Yo, you tuned in to Guerilla Cross Radio.
Yo, what's up? Welcome to another episode of Unnamed Sports Show right here on Guerilla Cross Radio. Streaming live on GuerillaCross.com, the Guerilla Cross app, and all of our social media networks. Follow us at Guerilla Cross everywhere, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all that good stuff. Make sure you follow us there. And we are here live from downtown Las Vegas. I'm your host, Quan59, and we have a big show for you today. We got the NFL kickoff happening tonight. So we're going to be talking about that, giving our picks for tonight's game. We're going to do a little draft, too, a little fantasy draft here on the show.
A baby fantasy draft.
A little baby, itsy-bitsy spider fantasy draft today. And we have Peter Barrett, a new UFC fighter, live on the line, called in about 15 minutes. We're going to get on the line with him, talk about UFC news, UFC 242 this weekend, bright and early. A lot happened in the NFL. A lot happening everywhere in sports. It's that time. It's September. Sports are coming back, Todd. You excited?
I'm excited. That's why I'm here again.
We got terrible Todd Levy in the building. What's good?
What's up?
You're back.
I'm back. Football brought me back, I think.
Football brought me back.
It's been a long summer.
Yeah, it's been a cruel summer.
Cruel summer. Yeah.
It's going to be a cruel winter, too, for the Giants.
We'll see.
Whoa.
Those are low blows by a man.
That's not a low blow.
That disavowed his own team.
Right now, everyone has the same record, and I'm okay.
That's right.
We're all winners right now.
3 weeks later. Could be a little bit more sadness, but
Yeah.
And we got Hollywood Huff in the building. He was sick and tired of us talking about his blank T-shirts for 3 years that he's been wearing logos every week for the past 3 months, probably.
he has.
Probably.
And this is another Yoke Dog exclusive.
Yes, it is.
You need to quit letting him take your talk time when I introduce you, though.
I'm sorry. Hey, man, I got to jump out there because I know he ain't going to talk about Yoke Dog. So go ahead.
Nah, we're a little closer to launch now. These shirts will be available soon.
Yoke Dog isn't something you talk about. It's a lifestyle.
Well, it is. It is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle brand. And we'll talk more about that later.
On his new show called, I can't say the word.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. What's the new show?
Oh, yeah, we got a...
That's a fine line word for white guys to say. It's like, you can say it, but it's too close.
Yeah, we got a show, Negro Please. That's the name of the show, Negro Please.
Even if you're a producer, you can't say it.
Great name.
I mean, I'll say it off air.
There's
It's too close. It's too close.
It's not, but I can understand.
It's close
why
enough
there would be some hesitation.
Close enough to not want to do it.
On the next episode of Negro Please.
Yeah, it
just doesn't work. Just doesn't work.
Be careful
as well.
with it.
Doesn't you gotta tread lightly.
Tread lightly with that
As
word.
we all should tread lightly with that word.
I don't know about all.
Well, all of us who are not Negroes.
Not a part of the Negro delegation.
Only
Look,
half
man.
of all of us in here.
Y'all don't know how uncomfortable I was when we had the whole honky rant and honky debate.
Yeah,
like that.
Again, see.
I think I felt about that word the way y'all feel about Negro. It's just not I don't really want to say it.
You're
Wait,
better.
you don't want to say it, but you titled your show after it.
No, I don't want to say honky. Negro, I'm fine with.
You said it 3 times.
Yeah, because I have to say it because it has to be said.
You have to
the
say
irony.
honky. He has to say honky, Todd.
And
This is the most times I've used that word in the past 20 years of my life.
Oh man.
I didn't know it was a bad word for years. I thought it was just honky tonk man.
You didn't know it was racist?
No, that was my guy. I loved him.
They said, you just say it on the Jeffersons and
Yeah, that was where it became like more of a racial epithet.
Yeah.
It's always been funny to me. Listen, you guys can call in 702-608-3259. If you like the show, please share it. If you're watching the live video feed, we want you guys to share it. We're everywhere. We got it posted everywhere on Facebook. Vegas Hype Media, we're simulcasting there. We're on the Unnamed Sports Show Facebook page, Guerilla Cross page. I even got to stream it on my own personal page. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, call in 702-608-3259. We're going to do NFL picks for tonight's game. We have the Packers and the Bears. Are you guys excited? I mean, it's Thursday night. It's kickoff for the NFL season.
it's exciting.
Who's hyped up? You guys don't seem as hyped up as I am.
I'm hyped up.
That's a great listen. That's always a great matchup. That's a timeless matchup for the league. Both teams want to stake claim that this is their division. It's been the Packers' division for the better part of the last 10 years. The Bears have kind of had some good teams and then back on tough times.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to get back to the top. People are thinking that
They're a good team.
Who was that that was here earlier this week? It was what was his name? Not Aaron.
I mean, you copied off him. Yeah, Aaron.
Okay, all right. No,
you had it right.
I wasn't sure because the other guy's name is Aaron, so I was like, was his name Aaron too?
What other guy?
Our other guy, Aaron Sewell.
Oh, Aaron Sewell.
There you go. Yeah, that
Who will be doing a show coming up soon.
That was a nice segue. See how that worked?
Yeah.
It worked out lovely. But he like Aaron and a lot of inside people think that the Bears have a good shot to get all the way. So it should be a good game.
Yeah. Yep. And a lot of people were kind of tripping because like, why is it Packers and Bears for the first game? It's usually the Super Bowl winner, and it is because it's the history.
Yeah.
In the making with this game.
It's a good way to start off.
100 season.
100. 100? What?
Yeah. Why not?
It's almost as old as Todd.
Almost.
Yeah.
Todd, what do you think about this game?
I think it's a good opening game. I think, like Josh said, it's going to really, one of these teams is going to put their foot down, I think, and try to make a statement on whose division it is. I think Minnesota has a good stake in it, too.
Sure.
We could just put the Lions a little down there a little bit. I don't think they can do much. Maybe be a little competitive. But, yeah, I feel like these are the two big teams going to go at it. And then we'll see what happens.
Was
I
this
like the Bears at home tonight.
Was this a season opener last season too, or was this their first?
Patriots?
Did they? Okay, so but they played each other their first game last season or
Sunday
something.
night game. I think it was a Sunday night game.
It had. I remember they
because
played.
Aaron Rodgers got hurt. And
Right.
They came back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It wasn't the
Okay.
opening game. It was because I was thinking.
I think it was a Sunday night game though. The opening
Okay.
Sunday night game.
Okay.
Yeah. That was a good game.
Yeah.
That was a really good game. I think this game will be
Gooder.
Yeah. Definitely gooder.
Do you hate that word? Is that?
I was talking to an 8-year-old about that the other day because he was like, I'm like, bro, you have to like you speak perfectly good sentences and then the teacher.
You like
has-
that part though, right?
Yeah. It's like, come on now.
Good, gooder,
Gooder.
and
Good,
goodest.
gooder, and
goodest.
bestest,
Goodest,
goodest.
best, better, bestest,
It's more
gooder.
more better,
more better,
more better,
more
blues.
better.
More better.
Got 3 kids.
All right,
I
real
talk to.
quick, we do have a call in right away. Caller, what's your name? Where are you calling from? And you hung up. There you go.
You got
I mean, at
ghost-
least we got the caller, though.
We got-
You know what I'm
hey,
saying?
got ghosted.
Just
At least we're
Li-
getting the caller.
li-
At least the
Listen.
call-in line works.
Yeah.
That is
Test that out.
that is when I know we have made it. When we have somebody that's screening these calls and he's like,
Oh, we have Jeff on line
yeah,
one.
yeah, that's
Jeff
gonna
on
be
line
great. That's gonna be great. We're like, oh, we got Jeff calling in live.
Jeff calling in from
such-
Kansas
yeah,
City.
Done. That's
Done
gonna
deal.
be a great time. That's when I know we've made it.
All right, this game's in Chicago tonight. Opening kickoff. Todd, who you got in this game?
I like the Bears at home.
All right. Josh,
think-
who you got? Oh, go ahead.
I was going to
Analyze
say,
it.
just very high level analyzing. I think the Bears defense is the best in the league. Traditionally, I feel like defenses are always a little bit more together than offenses and early in the
start.
season.
Yeah.
And especially since Aaron Rodgers and a new coach, have a new system. He didn't get so many.
And Rodgers didn't even play preseason.
Yeah, he didn't
at
play
all.
many reps.
I know it doesn't matter a lot.
Get into my analyst side.
Yeah.
So I was like, don't say it. Don't.
From
I
what
know
I
it doesn't matter a lot, but he does. Aaron Rodgers looks a little. I mean, he's never like a super athletic guy, but he looks a little weak. What?
So I think that the Packers can. They need to show a little bit that they can play.
Yeah.
With the new coach and the new and the quarterback and the new system.
Yeah, you go up. Yeah, I want Steve to guide you. Steve, you want to take her up there?
No. Oh gosh, no.
Steve, you don't want to.
No,
you don't
no,
want to take.
No.
Was that the caller?
No.
That might have
That might have been the
been the caller that just randomly.
I'm
stopped.
not-
Steve, you don't want to take the Asian lady upstairs to
I'm
human
not
resources.
getting drug into this.
Okay.
I'm not gonna
Steve,
participate.
Steve, just walk away.
I'm not
from
gonna
the
lie.
landmine.
I was scared. I'm like, this is gonna be one of the Asian ladies Steve punched.
Oh no,
I-
She's coming to
She's
shoot up the
coming.
whole show.
I tried to
she's
not
bringing
look.
she's
I
bringing the
tried to turn
subpoena
away.
in person.
But anyways, like I was saying, Aaron Rodgers to me looks a little just down. He doesn't look ready yet for the season. Go ahead, Josh. What were you saying?
How do you know that he doesn't look ready and he has not actually had?
Well, I'm saying
any reps?
I'm saying physically, just seeing him on the sidelines, the way he looks, he just looks like
You
Magic
just-
Johnson in '91.
That's
Whoa.
He looks a little sick. He looks like he has the flu. I'm sorry,
That's
he does.
horrible.
Wow.
He does.
And
And hopefully I'm wrong. I love Aaron Rodgers.
I'm with Todd. I think the Bears are going to win, and I mean for the reasons that you guys were saying, I mean their starters took no live reps.
Yeah.
So and Aaron said, hey, it's going to come down to who executes and who has a better game plan. But as much as everyone hates the preseason, it is good to. Everyone puts in new plays. They put in new terminologies. It's good to, and then also one thing I heard on ESPN. This is a new coach, so Aaron has to get used to having the plays called into him from a new coach, and all of those things, all those little things you want to at least work on. You can't work. You can say you work on it in practice, but you can't work on live. You're in Soldier Field, and
not even
screaming.
one quarter or one drive at all.
Yeah,
It was
nothing.
0 drives.
Nothing. They're healthy. I'll give them that.
Yeah. Which I think that was their main concern, anyways.
Yeah.
A healthy Aaron Rodgers at his age, especially with the money he's making. Last year, I don't think he missed any games last year, but he was hurt every game.
Yeah, he was hurt. I'd say
The whole
70% of the
Yeah.
season for sure.
And that's the tough part about the NFL and Green Bay. I don't trust Green Bay at all. I understand he didn't play, and part of that is probably because they want him to show up healthy. But last season, he showed up not healthy basically the whole season until his injuries got to the point where he could not show up anymore.
Yeah.
So as much as I want to say, yeah, healthy Aaron Rodgers, I'm not betting against him. I would take Green Bay, but I'm not convinced he's healthy because I haven't seen proof of him being healthy. So
Yeah.
I have to take the Bears at home with that great defense. So
What do you think Trubisky's going to do, Steve?
just hopefully not lose the game for them. I'm still not sold on Trubisky. I don't think he's a good quarterback. I don't think he's terrible. I just don't think he's good. He's not going to win a game for you. You know what I mean?
250 yards, 2 touchdowns. Anything above
It's fair.
that?
Yeah,
Anything
that's
above
fair.
that?
What is that, preseason?
No, that's tonight.
Oh,
No, that's what
okay.
he's
I
saying
was
he's
like,
gonna get tonight.
is that like the 4 preseason games? Because I was about to say, I don't care about that.
That's what he's
That's what
doing
you think he's going to do tonight? 2 touchdowns, 250 yards.
Yeah, at least 250 yards. That's
Two,
a solid, that's a
250
solid
yards
game.
sounds about right. 2 touchdowns depends on how Green Bay plays.
That's a solid game.
Yeah, that is a solid game.
Defense.
But for
All
him, that's a great
The
game.
spread is
It was -3.
3.5 on the
3.5.
Oh,
ESPN
so
one
it's
I'm
nothing.
looking at.
It's a pick 'em.
Yeah, it's home field advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's all that is.
it's you get 3 for being at home.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Packers. I don't know why. I feel like it's going to be the
Fair.
Bears, but I'm
That's-
taking
yeah.
Aaron Rodgers opening day. He hasn't played a lot. He does look like maybe he's fooling everyone too. He's probably healthier than he's been in a year and a half or 2 years. He was hurt the whole year before, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think taking all that time off might be a good thing for him. And the play calling does matter, but it's still Aaron Rodgers. He was never taking the play calls anyways. So I don't think that's going to change with the new coach. I
That's
think he's
Yeah.
he's calling his own plays. And, going into Soldier Field or whatever it's called these days.
No, it's still Soldier
Okay.
Field. You're good.
Well, they always change the names.
I'm sure it's something else in front of that, but it's still Soldier
Yeah.
Field.
I'm taking Aaron Rodgers. I think it's going to be a close game. Like Steve said, I think it'll be a good game.
Did you see the Peyton place with Peyton and the Bears super fans at Soldier Field? Oh, it's so great. You have to watch it. So great. Peyton Manning. That's one of the reasons why it's hard for me to watch football now, because it's just not those kind of personalities. Like a lot of the personalities are gone. Like he legitimately has just a funny personality.
There's a Manning still in the league.
You get
to watch
real
him
quick.
twice
You
a
picked
year.
the Bears, right?
Yeah, I picked the Bears.
You all picked the Bears.
Yeah, we all picked the
Okay,
Bears. Cool. You picked. Okay, cool.
You get to watch him twice a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody really wants to watch that Manning.
I told you from the beginning that Manning has a slight touch of Down syndrome.
Oh,
it's a slight touch.
Wow.
It's not a lot.
Wow.
It's not a lot. Just a slight touch. He's got a little Neanderthal left in him.
Baby Down syndrome. That's wow. That's sad. That's sad.
Yeah.
All right. And speaking of no personalities, we're going to go to the guy with a personality. But then you don't like the guys with personalities because they're acting crazy. But Antonio Brown looks like he's going to be suspended from the Raiders. I don't think he played a snap at all in preseason.
No, not one.
He barely practiced in preseason. He got a fine. He put the fine up on Instagram and was talking junk about the Raiders, which you shouldn't do that. You need to just zip it.
Was it talking junk? It was more or less just like
he's calling out the Raiders.
He kind of just said everybody's gonna pay this year.
Yeah, so when you're saying it's gonna be payback to your own team.
Was it?
Yeah,
it was in.
Everyone's gonna get payback.
It was in poor taste. Either way.
I don't think it should have been done. I like Antonio Brown. I think he's at least the top 3 wide receiver, if not the top in the NFL right now.
Yeah, just depends on what you want.
But there's words, chatter out there that he might not even play for the Raiders at all.
Yeah.
If they suspend him, there's a chance that he could lose that $30 million guaranteed.
What a crazy
just
clause
a
that
lot.
is.
Just a lot going on. But if you know that clause is in your contract, you need to act right. And I think that's why something like that's in there with a player like Antonio Brown, who sat out the final game of last season. These are things that Raider fans were happy to get Antonio Brown. Steeler fans were telling us this is what the problem was going to be. They were happy to get him off their hands. Exactly.
I feel like Antonio Brown at the end of like the Steelers, this is just like the tip of the iceberg then.
Yeah.
Now it's like, well, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah.
He's
I
picked
thought
up
a
where
lot
he
of it
left off.
was for the maybe for the show, Hard Knocks and everything, and having drama and with the helmet and with his feet and the
grievances.
Yeah. But now the show's over.
Now the show's over.
Well, he wasn't on a show last year, so that's why I didn't think it was necessarily for the show. He wasn't on a show last year, and he was still doing this.
Yeah.
This is Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
And he didn't used to be like this at the beginning. He was more of a humble guy. He at least seemed that way coming into the league. And then you get that fame, you get that stardom, you become the best. Your head kind of turns up.
You want me to tell you when it started?
Yeah.
When he did that Lego haircut. When his haircut started getting crazy, that was when he started getting crazy. Like, it was like, what?
This
what
man
that
that turned into Wesley Snipes from Demolition Man.
Yeah, when he did the Aztec sign symbol haircut, it's been a wrap since then, brother.
Yeah.
He's been crazier and crazier every year.
Look, as much as I want to blame part of this on like CTE and just say, you know what, he got hit. Maybe he does need a new helmet. I don't know. Maybe he should keep it, but he got hit and something's off in his head. That's what I want to say. But I think I read something Shannon Sharp tweeted, and paraphrasing, he says something along the lines of, look, a clown is a clown. If you give a clown more money, he's just going to go buy clown stuff and be a bigger clown. And that's what you have with Antonio Brown, is he's putting on a clown show. I mean, and at some point somebody has to step in and say, dude, knock it off. Maybe this suspension is good.
Yeah, I feel like that's what the GM tried to do. I feel like they gave him some like finger wagging warnings on the show, like when they said you're either all in or all out.
And another thing with the GM, he's never been a GM before. He's been a TV guy, and now he's the GM now.
Had he ever done anything football-wise?
Doesn't mean he hasn't managed people.
I feel you, but at the same time, he hasn't been a GM in the NFL. And so for this to go on in preseason, and even a few weeks ago when he called the press to him to talk about Antonio Brown. If he's not here, he's not playing, blah, blah, blah. I feel like he wants a lot of attention too, and he's trying to like stamp his name as a GM.
Well, he hadn't been on TV in some months.
And is that going to be good or bad for him though? You know what I'm saying? If he's trying to like, strong arm all the players, like he's still the best player on your team. You're trading a lot for him.
Yeah.
Derek Carr's going to listen. Derek Carr will suck without him. They have no other receivers on their team.
They let go of Keelan Doss,
which they could pick him back. Well, I think he's on another team.
Jaguars.
Yeah, the Jags picked him up.
Did they?
Yeah.
Did you watch the rest of Hard Knocks?
No, I didn't see the last episode this week.
Sorry to spoil it.
Well, spoiler.
He got offered a contract.
Good for him. No, that's good. That's good.
But not only is this going to mess up, the team as a whole. I mean, first of all, when you have this going into the first game of the season, all this drama, you're not a contender. You're not a playoff contender right now. You can't be.
Not even close.
You can't be. So with this happening, if he doesn't play for the Raiders, if he ends up getting cut or getting traded to another team, what does this do to Derek Carr? Because he's already on the cusp of you need a good season if you want to be the starting quarterback moving on.
Yeah.
They have 4 quarterbacks on their team, which is insane to even have 3. But they have 4.
Yeah.
They just signed Kaiser.
Yeah, Deshaun Kaiser.
Deshaun Kaiser. Your boy Peterman's hurt, and they kept him on the team, IR, which...
They put him on IR?
I don't know their love affair with him.
When did that happen?
I don't get it.
It's Gruden, man. All of this, to me, in my opinion, this can all be traced back to Gruden. He is the coach. You don't hear about this on the Patriots. You don't hear about players acting crazy, the GM getting all out of control. Most teams in general, you don't hear about these things.
They had a really good wide receiver get suspended last year. So.
No team is going to be perfect. I'm not saying that. But this level of...
we don't hear it and we do.
This level of circus...
One of their players killed somebody, then killed himself.
Yeah, that's true.
So
but he was immediately off the team. So it was. but my point is,
he killed
at some point somebody has to step in and say, how long are we gonna let this cancer affect us? How long are we gonna let this clown keep putting on a show, being a distraction? So I feel like most teams in general let it go too long before they actually do something about it.
Yeah.
We talk about T.O. all the time. We talk about, diva wide receivers and people acting crazy. Every team T.O. was on, it went too far before somebody stepped in and said, all right, T.O., you got to go. All right, this is the end of it, or get out of here, right? Before he left.
I think the Eagles, they got out at the right amount of time.
Maybe.
The Eagles got rid of him.
I think Niners too. I think it was only...
You kind of draw a line or something, but at some point, how much more can Antonio Brown do before they say, you know what, he's out of here?
Well, he fractures the locker room. I mean, to Quan's
look what he's done in 1 month.
To Quan's point, Derek Carr needs him more than anybody else on the team.
But how do the teammates feel about it? Are they on his side, or are they on? Do they like?
I kind of do weird things, but when I was watching Hard Knocks.
Whoa.
That wasn't a good segue for you.
Welcome back to the show. I kind of do weird things. My name's Todd Levy. I have a problem.
I'll preface this with I'm not like a body language expert or anything.
Okay, there you go.
And when I was watching Hard Knocks, I was like, because that's the only source material you have, right?
Sure.
I was trying to see like how
his
teammates were interacting with him, and like, I don't even know, like, you didn't see the last episode, but like he's asking people to like put his jersey over his pads, and like he was trying to small talk with people, and they're kind of like
just weird. It's just like an awkward area.
Yeah, he's just like
Richie. Well, I'll say this: the veterans, I feel like, are okay with him because the veterans get it. The veterans don't want to be at camp. This isn't something that they want to do either, but they're there, so they get it. If you have the the bandwidth to get away with this, they ain't really mad at you because it's like, shoot, if I could do it, I would do it too. I feel like the younger guys that he, like all the receivers that are young and aren't on his level that he really could be helping and molding, those are the guys that are like, well, this is how I can act. Like, this is how we can act if we get there. Richie Incognito, like they had a really, really cool moment. I want to say it was episode 2 or 3, when Antonio first came back and they were just talking about his feet and talking about different things. And they bonded, and it looked like they had known each other before. And I'm like, I don't remember him ever being on the Steelers. But the other players, I hear you.
Yeah, from Pro Bowls, they said, I think.
Okay.
Well, I think we've all been in a job where we knew it was one person who was maybe a little arrogant or weird or just different. Todd, right? So I know for me, usually when I work somewhere, I'm more experienced than most of the people I work with. I will be technically a veteran at my job, right? So there's a lot of people who are younger who don't know that, oh, this is how things go. This is just how it is, you know, and they would be influenced by somebody who would come in and maybe act like an Antonio Brown or who would do something totally out of the ordinary. Myself, my response is kind of just, well, we'll see how long this goes. It's not going to affect me that much because I know I got to do my job and it's separate from that person.
Yeah.
But a younger person definitely is looking at that behavior saying, oh, that's the limit.
Yeah.
That's where the bar is.
That's the line.
I can go that far and it's acceptable.
Yeah.
So when one player is allowed to do it, it definitely affects and influences younger players or players who haven't been there that long.
I'm not sure if that's fully right, just for the fact, like, if you're the star player and then you're like the third stringer, I don't think you get away with the same things. I think you know there's a pecking order,
but like,
with superstars of what they can get away with in any sport. Superstars are allowed to they have more leeway.
But I'm piggybacking on what Josh was saying, which is when those players are saying, "Oh, when I get there, I can behave that way," and that's why, because the superstars are the ones behaving that way. When you look at certain
and
other
we've
teams,
seen that with wide receivers forever. I mean, like you mentioned earlier off air, Jerry Rice wasn't like that, but he's a rare type of wide receiver because most wide receivers that good have had some level of arrogance.
Right. Well, for elite wide receivers in today's day and age, which I think is different than the era where Jerry Rice played in, you're going to see the more diva-esque wide receivers when they become superstars.
When do you think that started? Irvin?
I also think
Randy Moss,
Michael Irvin, Deion Sanders era.
Yeah.
I think
it did start and had started getting worse, or more amplified, and especially with like social media the last 10, 12 years, like it's just you can post anything at any time, and it's a big story, you know, and that can really hurt people who don't understand that power and the way people communicate these days, you know.
And even if you delete something like Antonio Brown deleting his Instagram post yesterday, it's still there for life.
Odell Beckham video with the Parmesan cheese.
Somebody's taking a screenshot within the first 5 seconds of you posting it up.
It's
already online forever. You know what I'm saying? All your tweets are there forever. Even if you delete them, there's ways that Twitter can bring them back no matter what.
Yeah.
Scrub.
It's impossible.
You can't scrub it all, baby.
You can't scrub it all, baby.
Digital is everywhere.
That's right.
Once it hits the web, it's immortal.
It's no longer yours.
Now, do you guys think, we'll go around the room, do you think Antonio Brown will play for the Raiders again, or is he going to be on a different team sometime this season?
Yes. Next
Todd.
week.
Yes, he'll play.
He gonna play
For the Raiders.
for the Raiders.
All right.
Why wouldn't he? They ain't, like you said, he's a star player. Look who the coach is.
If they're trying to make a statement like it seems like they are, though,
Nah.
I do think there's a possibility that
You
he's
start,
not.
you start getting those whispers. I think I say yes because I want him to play.
I do too.
I want them. I want it for him, and then I also want it for the Raiders because it actually does give them a legitimate game breaker that can influence games.
Well, yeah,
and John Gruden did speak on it. He said he wants him there.
Yeah,
he said he believes he's a good guy. You know, it's hard when you give people this much money and this much power that can't handle it. Not many people can handle it. So when they do, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is there mental stuff that goes on too? You know, mental health is not just for broke, poor people. There's a lot of rich people with a lot of mental health.
Or rich,
100%.
or rich people,
100%.
Or gun owners.
Or
Oh gosh,
There's a lot. There's a lot.
Don't, Todd.
There's definitely a lot more mental health.
He looked right at Steve when he said that. Like,
I know.
We were talking about that
he was trying to egg that.
We were talking about that offline.
Trying to egg that topic on.
Don't you dare get us going.
When
there.
you were sleeping, we talked about that.
Whoa. All right, Todd. That's weird things. And then while you were sleeping with Quan,
We just stood in his room while he was sleeping.
Wow.
And we talked about gun control.
oh,
Weirdos here.
It's
my
weird.
goodness.
This ain't maximum weird yet. We're just getting started.
Maximum, it hasn't hit maximum weirdness level.
All right, real quick, we're going to go through some games and give our picks for week one before we get into the interview with Peter Barrett in about 5 minutes. So we'll be talking some UFC after that as well. And then we're doing our little fantasy draft. We're going to call Dave and Cream, I think, and try to get them online to give their fantasy picks. We're only picking like 3 players, right?
4.
Okay.
For what are the positions?
So we'll give Todd.
Quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end.
Okay.
Okay.
Are we taking the defense or not?
We can take a defense.
Take a defense.
Yeah. Let's
There's,
take a
there's, I
defense.
mean, there's only like 5 of us.
Yeah.
All 5 should have a bomb defense.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing something different, but I don't want
I'm
to
sure you were.
things, so.
I was thinking about doing something a little different.
I wanted to get really weird.
Wow. All right, here we go. Let's do some.
And you could draft the coach.
Hey,
What,
But what would the
team
score
wins,
be with that?
team wins,
If the
maybe?
team wins,
If the
you just
team
get,
wins,
you just get a
point.
flat amount of points, and if they lose,
and then
you
if
lose
the coach
a flat
gets
amount of points.
fired,
Your season is over.
Your season's over.
So that means don't take Jay Gruden. We just don't know. We don't know how that's going to work out yet.
I think he'll stay.
I think
he'll
so
be
too.
there.
I was
Yeah,
really
he's not
close to
going
making that joke. I'm glad you did.
I had to jump ahead of it. I
don't even know who the Giants coach is anymore.
Oh.
They have so many. They have different coaches every week. Who's your coach?
It's not the comb over. It's not a comb over dude no more. Like
Yeah,
where he like
the
went
fake
smooth.
Pat Riley?
Yeah, with the little stash.
Who's the coach? Todd, you don't even know your own coach, right?
Pat Shermer.
That's right.
Oh,
It is Pat Sherman.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm listening.
it is Pat
The way he
Sherman.
looked, I didn't think he knew his coach's name.
He did start typing, so I got nervous.
All right, we already did Packers and Bears. So Browns and Titans. This is in Cleveland, real quick.
Browns. Sorry.
Not too quick, Todd. Steve, go
Steve.
ahead. Go ahead.
Browns.
We're quick with this.
Browns.
I think there's a rude awakening, but I think Tennessee's going to beat them
Oh,
In Cleveland.
in Cleveland.
And that somehow sounds legit.
Yeah,
it
doesn't sound bad. You very well could be very right.
I am actually taking that same
the hype
thing. 'cause
wagon for the
it
Browns
is
is like
very
something
hype.
I have never like
They're gonna-
And
experienced.
speaking
This
of personalities and wide receivers, what's Odell going to do when Baker's not throwing him the ball?
And his hip is still bothering him. He said.
Yeah, hips don't lie. Next game, Dolphins and Ravens. We don't care about this game. I'll take the Ravens.
Ravens.
Todd, you're killing me. We're going around the room. Ravens or Dolphins?
I will take Dolphins.
I know it's been a while since you've been on the radio.
Go
I don't
ahead.
know if we're going clockwise or not.
No.
Clouder.
Counter.
Clowny
Clouder.
clockwise.
Clowny clockwise.
You still second, Todd. It don't matter which one we go.
That's great.
That is true.
That is very true.
I'm a little rusty.
You didn't know if it went like.
Tanner,
boom, boom.
If it
So
goes to Steve, it's still you.
It would have to be like a
You
gang
gotta-
sign going back to Todd that way.
You gotta
making
swing it like in
You're making a
basketball.
swastika out of the pit.
It goes from the top of the key.
to
you're out in the corner?
wing, out to the wing.
All right.
We running
This is the arc right here.
You're down low. You're
This is
down
the
low.
arc right
Todd.
here. I'm on the block.
You're on the block.
All right.
Wow.
Go ahead.
This is Baltimore minus 6.5, by the way.
Baltimore. I ain't picking the Dolphins.
Whoa.
That's true.
Yeah, I got Baltimore. Falcons and Vikings minus 4 of Minnesota in Minnesota.
Mm.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a game to watch.
Good game.
Falcons. Falcons start
Falcons
well.
are so iffy.
Falcons start well.
Well, they lost their first game last year.
Well, they usually start the seasons
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean? They don't usually fall apart till like November.
Yeah, exactly.
When it start getting cold.
When it gets
everywhere.
cold and they start not being able to just go to the dome, that's
Yeah,
when they have problems.
in Minnesota,
Dome too.
Cousins will have 450 yards and lose by 10.
I like the Vikings.
Bounce pass to the paint.
Okay.
I'm picking the Falcons. I want to pick the Vikings, but
I just don't trust Kirk.
I don't trust Kirk.
I just don't
Cousins
trust
either.
Kirk.
Yeah,
Not
come on,
4
just say it.
points.
He'll
4
have
points. They
450
they might win by 3.
He'll
And I'll
have
be right.
450 yards and 2 interceptions.
I'm taking the Vikings. I got the
Okay,
Vikings.
okay.
today.
I ain't taking them.
All right. Oh man, I hate this division. Bills and Jets
Bills.
in New York.
Jets. Jet.
Bills.
Minus 3 for
My
the,
dad
for
would
the
be mad
Jets.
if I didn't say that.
I got the Jets too. Go ahead,
I'll
Steve.
take a chance.
Oh, that's too many Jets.
I'm the only person
Yeah,
on
I
the
think
Bills.
you might want to put money on that.
Nope. I'll
Money
be
on the
on
Bills?
I'm okay with my island. That's
Dave
okay.
probably picked Buffalo, or probably did.
T probably picked the Jets just to be funny.
All right, next game. Eagles versus the Washington football team. Eagles minus 10.
Redskins. We ain't losing by 10 to the Eagles. I don't even
But
care
you're
if
losing
it
the
is.
game.
I don't even care if it is in Philly.
And we're only picking the winners. We're not really picking the spread.
Yeah,
Unless you-
I'm going to
yeah.
go with the Eagles on that.
I'm picking the Eagles just because they're the Eagles.
Because you have no faith in my skins. It's all right,
Not at all.
Steve.
Yeah,
You're going to have
your
faith.
team name is just racist, and
Yeah, same reason for
seems
me.
like
Come on, Steve.
I'm taking the Eagles too because I have a bet and I cannot wait till this bet is won.
Oh, Oh, and my team jumps out to 3-0. I just want to see the faces.
All right, Rams -2 going into Carolina.
Rams.
This is going to be a good game, I think.
Rams
Rams going to beat the brakes
by
off the Panthers.
12.
Rams
Yeah.
going to beat the brakes off the Panthers.
Is Cam Newton alive?
Cam's still on.
He's
He's
there.
still on.
He's there.
He's still got a big sock.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know what he's doing.
That boy been so beat up. He went to the worst thing happened to him was going to the Super Bowl. He ain't been right since.
True story. True
He
story.
lost that game. It just ruined his life. He just
Yeah, I like
nothing's worked for him.
I like the Rams also.
This is hard for me because, like you said, when people go to the Super Bowl and lose, something happens to them all the time. So the Rams went to the Super Bowl, couldn't even score. Goff still got paid $110 million guaranteed.
Ooh.
Highest contract ever in the NFL for somebody that could not score a touchdown
Till next week.
in the Super Bowl.
Well,
I mean, don't put it all on him.
I'm not putting it all on him, but that's a lot on him.
it was
To,
against.
and to get
$110
paid like
million
that.
on
Remember
him.
how hard that game was to watch?
We were all
Is it
there.
hard
Well,
to
Josh
watch?
wasn't.
that was a good.
I
I enjoyed that
enjoyed
game. I was on the edge of my seat the whole time.
Thank you.
It was a good
Steve.
game. It was entertaining.
Yeah, it was low scoring, but it was. I sat there like
We got
nervous
spoiled the
whole
week
game.
before by having super
Like
high scoring games.
75
Yeah,
to
that's right.
68.
Exactly. I'm taking the Panthers at home in this game. I don't know why. I just feel like that hangover is going to be there, even though I think Rams could make a return trip to the Super Bowl. I don't know. I'm just taking the Panthers. Something is telling me Panthers. Let me see.
And-
Nostradamus Panthers.
Ed McCaffrey's boy still hungover. Don't worry. It'll happen.
Wow. All right, Chiefs -3.5 at Jacksonville. I got the Chiefs on this.
Chiefs, but that
Jacksonville's gonna have a
that
bounce
has
back
some,
season,
That
though.
has some early season interesting storylines behind it. So that's a tough one. Chiefs though, I think Chiefs.
Yeah, I'm not going to bet against the Chiefs
Yeah,
until I have a reason to
For
bet against them.
further notice.
Until you see their defense, Steve.
I have to say the Chiefs because if they have a Native American name, they did it right, as opposed to the other team.
I
Move
like
on.
how he's picking like a female.
Move on.
Not saying that females don't. Sorry,
No, Mahomes.
Yeah,
Mahomes is the better quarterback.
you're picking like a female that does know about sports.
Mahomes is the better quarterback.
And
I'm
Nick
just saying.
Foles has won a Super Bowl.
Mahomes has won MVP.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Look, Nick Foles had a good week. Mahomes has had a pretty good career thus far.
True.
Fair.
All right, the Colts with a new quarterback,
Jacoby.
which I think he's going to actually have a good year this year against the Chargers. It's
Where is
in
it?
LA, but it doesn't matter.
I don't think the Colts travel well, so you
Well,
never know.
Yeah, Chargers got this game.
Yeah, I think so.
I'll go with the Chargers.
Going with the Chargers. Colts got a quarterback who literally had a job dropped in his lap this week. I don't think he's ready.
But he's played before
But he ain't ready.
And he has played for this team.
for the same team.
But he ain't ready.
I think he's ready.
Hey,
I
they
don't
gave him
think
he's
30.
ready.
They gave him 30
he ain't
million.
ready.
I hope he's
I
ready
mean, he
enough.
gonna strapped up. He know the plays, but he ain't ready.
He's ready. I don't think the rest of the team's ready to compete against the Chargers. I think that's where it
Oh,
comes
That's
down
true.
to. Bengals at the Seahawks. -9.5 for the Seahawks at home.
Dang.
The line's kind of rough. I'm taking Seattle to win this game. I'm taking them to cover that too. Bengals in Seattle. This is in Seattle. This is their first game.
Oh, it's in Seattle.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we're good.
yeah,
We're
that's
good.
Seattle.
Yeah,
That's
that's about right.
I won't bet against the Seahawks. at
Yeah, I
home.
can't-
Not
I-
at home.
I can do 9 on
Not against
on
the
home
Bengals.
turf.
I have
Bengals.
to say, like what they did last year, basically with nobody, it's gonna be hard to bet against them
with a
anyway.
bag of
Really,
chips.
yeah.
Well, they're definitely having a down season though, and aren't making the playoffs. All right, next game, Cowboys -7, hosting. Todd, I'll let you say the name.
New York Giants.
The football Giants,
Zeke is back. Zeke is paid.
but will not play this week.
He's not playing.
Yeah, he said he's gonna play next week.
Really?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Okay, I didn't realize. Are you sure?
I mean, that's what I heard last night.
Okay.
You
Pretty
know
sure
that-
he's playing.
That sounds legit.
Playing on Sunday.
You know,
I
you know
thought he was
this,
playing Sunday.
you know this stuff is minute to minute, so I,
Yeah.
I don't hold me.
Because he was still, he's still practicing and training and stuff like that. So I think he'll play. But even without, well, I won't say without him because without him, Dak is very average.
That's right.
So it really does depend on that.
What's
If someone
the
could look
line?
that up for me for sure.
He may not start. It says he will be eased back into the offense in week 1.
He's back
so he
in
may
means
or
he
may
might
not
miss the
start.
first
Yeah.
play of the
Okay,
game.
Right. He may
So-
or may not start,
Yeah,
but
so
he's going to be
he'll
in the game.
finish. He'll get
He'll
200
play.
yards.
He'll play. Okay,
yeah.
never mind. All right.
And are we going to see the battle of the best running backs in the NFL?
No, because the Giants gonna be losing so bad. Saquon ain't gonna be running. He'll be catching. He'll be
that's
out
true.
there.
He'll be the
out there.
receiver.
But he'll be the weapon. He won't be the running.
Yeah,
back.
he ain't. Yeah.
I'm taking Giants in an upset in Dallas. They play good there.
They do. They do. What is the line?
7. So I think they'll cover.
If
I
it
think
was-
it'll be a close
If
game.
it was 7.5, I would definitely take
Yeah.
it. I would definitely take that. With
And it's
7.5.
not 7.5 for a reason.
Shoot.
Nah, I got the Cowboys. I can't believe it, but yeah, I'm picking the Cowboys for something. I think they'll win. Easy.
All right, next.
Yeah,
You got the
I think
Giants.
you know who I think are going to win.
All right.
Who I want to win.
Okay, who do you
think is
want,
gonna win?
And then who do you think?
I think it's just a really tough opening game for the Giants. On the road, division rival.
Yeah.
Like, it's always a tough game. Yes, we have won some big ones in Dallas.
For this week, the
Yeah.
opening week.
Uh-huh.
What's
I think
what's your
I
record
think
at the new
The
stadium?
Giants have played at Dallas. I think in the last 6 years, like 4 times we've opened there.
Yeah, and out of those 4, you probably won 3.
I think so.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
it's
like-
2-2 now, but before that, it was a little bit more when the
2-0.
stadium first opened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jerry's
Right.
World.
All right, next game, Lions at Cardinals. Let's go through these quick. This game sucks.
Flip a coin.
Lions. Cardinals are
Lions,
horrible.
Lions.
Yeah,
Lions.
Cardinals.
the Lions
Kyler
are
Murray.
less horrible.
Let's see what
Kyler's
he-
going to be garbage his first game. I'm not saying he's going to be garbage for his career.
They're gonna blitz.
This dude
man
looks
to
like
death.
Emmanuel Lewis on the field.
Yeah, he's so little, man. He yeah.
I got a story about Emmanuel Lewis.
I take
real quick.
I
Stafford
think we
over.
all do. I saw him at In and Out by UNLV like 4 years ago.
Is
Really?
he still alive?
I was just perfect question. That's what I was about to ask. Is he
That-
still alive?
Yeah,
that
he
wasn't.
is. He is.
No, I thought I actually literally
That
thought
was
he,
Derek Coleman that died.
In sixth grade,
I mean, not Derek Coleman.
Gary Coleman.
in sixth grade,
Is
we had
Derek Coleman still alive?
He is. I saw DC in Detroit actually.
Okay.
Yeah, when we had the game, first game of the season, Big 3.
in sixth grade we had like an English project. We had to write like fan mail to somebody, so I picked Emmanuel Lewis, and he never wrote me back.
Wow.
You know,
Yeah.
he was a big star then though. So
I know.
if you wrote him right now, I'm sure you get a response.
Emmanuel Lewis is alive. Who was
I'm-
taller, him or Gary
I'm
Coleman?
gonna DM him right now.
Gary Coleman.
Gary Coleman was taller, 5 inches.
Dang, by 5 inches.
Not even close.
Gary Coleman 4'8", Emmanuel Lewis 4'3".
Wow.
Yeah.
So Lions.
So
Lions.
Yeah, Lions.
Go ahead.
Better QB.
You got Lions too?
Yeah, Lions.
And you got the Cardinals. All right. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers -1 hosting the Super Bowl champion 49ers.
Oh, wow.
I got Niners in a blowout.
You can't get a -3 at home. Yeah. Is Jimmy
49ers
Jesus
got
back?
this game. Of course.
I don't know. You never know.
Rose in 3 days.
I'm gonna go with Tampa Bay at home.
You're a jerk.
You already know.
I'm burning your house down.
Tampa.
I think
We're
Jameis
gonna-
Winston's gonna have a good season.
I heard
Yeah,
this
sure.
is the comeback season for Jameis
The
Winston.
Bucks are gonna buck out.
Wow. All right, next game. Sunday night game. Patriots hosting the Steelers. I love these
This is
opening
a
week
crazy
games. This is a
opening.
great game
Yeah.
right here. 5.5 for the Patriots at home.
It's in. They don't open the season well in Foxborough. Like they usually end up 6-2 over the season, but that first game for whatever reason, because I think it just is too much of the other stuff. Like
Well, these are the games where Tom Brady, they don't have a good game, they lose, and everyone's like, "Oh, Brady's done," and then he wins the Super Bowl.
and then they win 5 straight.
Yeah,
And he's like,
So,
I'm done.
I actually can go with the Steelers for this game. I'm actually gonna go with the Steelers. Big Ben is motivated. He's saying all the right things in interviews.
Patriots at home.
He's not stepping on his own situation. So
Yeah.
that's my feeling.
Patriots,
Patriots.
easy.
Patriots.
Okay.
Yeah.
and I got the Steelers getting upset.
Yeah.
Texans versus Saints -7 in New Orleans. I got the Saints easy in this game right here. More than 7. They're gonna win by 2 touchdowns.
I'll take the
or
Saints
more.
also, but I don't know if it's gonna be easy. I think
The
Texans
Saints are -7?
scrappy.
Saints, and it's at the Superdome.
It's in New Orleans. Yeah, I'm taking the Saints.
The Superdome.
Saints. Yeah, it's the Superdome.
Oh, is it?
What is
I
that?
Yeah.
thought- I thought the ceiling got blown off the Superdome.
It wasn't super at that
I
time.
mean, it's the Mercedes-Benz Superdome if you want the correct term, but yeah, it's still a Superdome.
Todd, who you got?
Yeah.
Saints.
Okay, thank you. Steve, who'd you pick?
The Saints.
Everyone picked the Saints.
Saints. All right. Easy one. Raiders, we don't know if Antonio Brown, well, we know he's not playing probably. If he gets suspended, he's not playing the first
Two
game
Monday
for
night
sure.
games.
Hey.
2 Monday night. That's right. That's the second Monday
Yeah.
night.
So
Now he's threatening not to play because of the helmet again.
no, Todd, quit looking at ESPN.
Yeah, this is a timeline of his clown activities over the past month.
Oh.
They're just
All right.
showing.
Broncos at the Raiders in Oakland. Two teams that we don't really know.
What
They could surprise us. One of these, I think one of these teams will surprise us, but they could also both just
Surprise
be really
is
bad teams.
in a good way or
Like
in
surprise-
a really bad way.
No, I
they
think we
both have
expect
been
they could,
really bad.
they could
so,
both be really
yeah.
bad.
I don't think
So
it's just
a
gonna be-
surprise would be one of these teams could actually make the
Be
playoffs.
successful? I don't think so. I'll take Raiders at home.
Last game in Oakland, Raiders. An
Okay.
autumn wind is blowing in.
Yeah,
Who the Denver quarterback?
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
he's 95 years old, by the way.
No, he's
Yeah,
not.
but
Won a Super Bowl.
what's the spread?
4, you said.
2.
Right? 2?
Raiders by 2.
Yeah.
Raiders -2. I'm taking Denver.
You need to scoot over to your left so you can get back in the camera. Thank
To
you.
my left.
And Josh's camera keeps freezing. Or to your right.
No, I'm moving. I'm good.
My right.
No, your camera's really messed up.
Do.
Oh, it is a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been glitching all day. Anyways, so those are our picks. We're going to get live on the line with my man Peter Barrett here in a second once I pull up the phone number. But, give us your picks. Let us know how you guys feel about our picks. If you don't like them, tell us. But we don't care.
I mean, there were no unanimous picks, so there wasn't anybody like, oh, you're all wrong. Like, no,
Exactly,
somebody always picked the other side.
So don't be a jerk.
And even if you are, I mean, it's only a 50-50 shot.
Yeah.
It's not
I
like
mean,
it was multiple choice.
Even if we were wrong,
So Dana White's
could've been
Contender
right.
Series ended last week. 10 weeks of a lot of great fights, man. A lot of great fighters. We got to meet a lot of them.
Yeah.
Peter Barrett was one of them. Go ahead and introduce him a little bit and kind of his story.
Yeah, Peter, he had, let's see, while you're pulling him up and calling him, I will pull up my notes from last week's fight. Peter had his fight versus, let's see, he fought the fighter, I believe he was from Korea. He was the first Korean fighter, and they were in like just an all-out war. You kind of started the fight off really well, was just very, very aggressive, and Peter just slowly started chipping away at his confidence. And I want to say the second round, midway through the second round, he really started to take over. And then the third round, he just took over completely and was able to get a UD.
And I feel like he lost the first round.
Yeah,
But he did come back. That was a really good fight.
that was one of the best.
really
That was
good
one of
fight.
the better fights of
Yeah.
the whole season.
Yep. And we got Peter Barrett live on the line right now, right here on Unnamed Sports Show. Peter, how's it going, bro?
Good, man. How's everybody doing?
Doing great, man.
Good.
You've had a week and a couple days to think about it, but you're a UFC fighter now, man. How's that sound when you hear that?
Oh, it makes cutting my grass right now so much better. No, I mean, for real though. I mean, I've been laying low, just letting some of the little injuries heal up and rest up and give my body a break. But I was up at Sityodtong last night teaching a private, and it didn't really sink in until all the familiar faces came in, and their faces were just like lit up with joy to see me and say congratulations. And I mean, it just really started to set in because I mean, I have conversations with myself all the time at home that doesn't make it true. And then just to have that, a little bit of validation externally outside of like my direct friends and family that I see regularly, like really kind of made it settle in, which has just been like, just gets me going again just to think about it.
Peter, thanks so much again for coming on. You speak about your injuries. Can you talk to the fans about just what it's like to be in a war, because you were in a war last week, right before you came on. We were talking about just how tight of a contest it was at the beginning of the fight. And you really was, you guys really were kind of trading a lot of punches and blows. Can you talk about just those bumps and bruises after the fight, what that process is like, how long it usually takes you to heal before you start training again?
Yeah, definitely. So in the opening few minutes of the first round, me and him just landed a couple kicks shin to shin, and obviously blocking some kicks as well. But my left ankle was a little banged up, some inflammation and bruising in the tendons on the outside of the ankle. So that's really just been a lot of ice, heat therapy, so contrast therapy, elevation, lots of CBD massage, or not massage therapy because it's me, but massaging the tendons back and forth with like a CBD balm, CBD salve, arnica gel, just some things to get in there and help with the inflammation. And then also, getting like the crazy eating out of the way as soon as possible so my body's not dealing with that inflammation on top of healing my ankle, so getting back to a clean diet, for lack of a better term, also helps with the body healing faster.
That's cool.
So it's just like getting the whole picture back, getting the whole body back online with eating healthy, eating regularly, not binging or gorging like you do a couple days after a fight,
Yeah. Now Dana.
So, yeah.
Oh well, I was gonna say. So Dana, in his announcement for you coming on, he spoke about just if he didn't bring you on, that he wouldn't be able to come back to Boston. Can you talk about just the level of support that Boston fighters have, both UFC as well as boxing, just in terms of fighting, and how that support really translates to you in the ring?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Boston is notoriously a gritty city. It's a tough city. It's fighting in its roots, fighting in its blood. And Calvin saw that rise of support the last time he fought in the Garden. The place was going crazy for him.
Yeah.
Same thing with local boxers. The city just loves like a tough luck fighter. Gritty individual. So it's just great to see the support come out even into the MMA game, where traditionally you see it in like Boston mainstream sports like the NHL, the NBA, the NFL, but to start to see it translate over to the combat sports is awesome, and it's just all that more motivating to want to put on a show in your home city.
Yeah, that's dope, man. How do you, when you're in a fight and you feel like, because I think you even felt like you lost that first round, right?
Yeah, so that first round was, he came out guns blazing,
Yes,
I think his whole game plan was just to finish, to throw out the whole kitchen sink at me in the first round and try to get lucky, and knock me out, which clearly showed. I mean, he definitely got the jump on me in the first round, but I was still able, I feel like by the end of that first round, to gain control of the fight, start taking him down, start working my game plan on him more. My wrestling game on him, and then definitely start implementing that in the second round, and then just watching him deteriorate through the third round. But that first round was definitely a firefight between the two of us, and I was having a little bit of an issue getting past his reach. So, I always have that wrestling card in my back pocket.
Now, was there any time during that first round when he's coming at you like that where you're like, man, I can't do this. Like, this is going to be too rough. Is there anything in your mind where you're like, you want to quit, or you just know, like, okay, I got to figure this guy out and keep going? Yeah,
no, never that's self-limiting beliefs right there. You got to get rid of that stuff in the room before you get in the cage. I trained with Lion Fight World Champion Chip Miraza-Pollard. He's a little bit bigger than you. He's a little bit stronger than you. He's a lot more technical, and he's actually a much bigger handful to deal with while training, sparring. So even though he was able to come at me with that pressure, I knew it wasn't anything that I was new to. I'm used to that pressure. I'm used to that, that level of striking. I'm used to being put in those positions where I got to think quick and move and not just hunker down and take the beat. And so I knew I was going to be able to weather that quick little storm and start capitalizing on his cardio. He had never been out of the second round. I think only one of his fights went into the third round. The promotion that he came out of only goes to a third round if it's tied on the judge's card.
Oh, okay.
So that's so his first fight was the only one that actually went to the third round. So knowing that, into the second round, coming up on the third round, I'm like, this kid's never been here before. He's never touched deep waters like this. And all of his fights have been fairly quick where he was able to keep range and kick. So I knew if I could grind on him, he wasn't going to last long at all. And granted, I kind of, sacrificed my punching power to get him there, but I knew that was the right decision to make.
Yeah.
Because if I left him at range, he was going to find one of those kicks we're going to find. I mean, I walked through two of those kicks that landed pretty clean, but, you can't weather that storm all night. So
Yeah.
I definitely had to make some changes and take away some of his strengths and just implement some of my others.
Now, Peter, it's funny you mention you say that because in the pre-fight promo, they were showing a lot of your finishes, and a lot of them were knees. I don't know how many episodes you had seen from this season, but like everyone in the little arena just loves knees, and so we really like. It was funny because when he caught you with one. Like I don't know. Since I've been going to a lot more fights this year, like I actually have started to see like when those opportunities are there, and like when he put his hands behind your head, I was like, oh God, here comes the knee. He better get out of there. He better get out of there. And like I feel like he was like trying to take your style from you because like that looked like that was something that you just implemented in all your fights.
Yeah, so I mean, I come out of City of Tong, Muay Thai Academy up here in Boston, and it is a traditional Muay Thai camp. I mean, I work a lot of Thai clinch, a lot of knees, a lot of elbows. I was having a hard time getting my range with him. He was a little bit longer, taller, so I didn't really feel like I had a good grip to throw knees. I mean, the last guy I fought, I landed like 3 flush knees straight to his forehead, dropped him every time. That fight could have been called on the first knee, and the poor kid ended up taking 3 of them square to the face. But it's always something I'm looking for. It's always something I'm trying to throw. I think, Masvidal made flying knees hot, if you will, or like sexy again. When he smoked aspirin with it. So I think everybody's like, oh, I want that big flashy KO. But, those are like 1 in a million where a good Thai clinch and knees up the middle or to the ribs or to the liver, those well-placed knees are what's going to pay dividends in the long run. Where if I'm throwing flying knees every time, like you're kind of seeing, like a lot of people have been throwing those on the contender, looking for that highlight reel finish. I don't know. I think there's a time and a place, but the Thai knees, the traditional grinding knees out of that clinch are much more efficient.
All right, so you end up winning the fight, and then you're sitting there at the end of the show waiting to see if Dana White is going to pick you to give you a UFC contract, man. Tell us what that process is like. That waiting period after, the time period between after your fight and then when you're sitting there listening to Dana talk about your fight and if he's going to give you a contract.
Yeah, so I mean, I was sitting there with TJ Brown, and me and him had fought. We were just laughing, shooting the shit with each other because, my fight with TJ went very much like his fight that night. I had knocked him out in the first round, knocked him back in, and then we battled through the second round, and he ended up getting me in the head and arm in the third round. And I don't think he had realized that our fight layout was very similar to the fight that he had just had with my teammate Dylan. So we were laughing about that, and then, everybody else came in, and it's just like this feeling like, all right, well, I won, but did I win in a good enough fashion? It's just, then you're in your head, like, did I do this right? Did I do that right? Did I look foolish when I was doing this?
Yeah.
Oh, I threw a spinning back elbow and I missed. Like, was it really that wild or was he really that close? So you kind of just start analyzing everything. But having like TJ there and being friendly with him from fighting him before, we were able to keep it light and keep it, like laughing and having a good time while we were waiting. But, finally hearing that news that, I can't come back to Boston if I don't give this kid a contract or however he said it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like,
it's pretty much exactly what he said.
Yeah, exactly what he said.
I'm like, did he just give me a contract, or was that like an underhand burn? Like, did he throw a strike down the middle?
I think Laura gave you the contract, actually. Like, Laura was like, come on up
that
here.
was where I was going. Like, Laura was like, yeah, come get your contract. And I was like, oh, motherfucker, he never said it.
It's like either you're getting your contract or Dana White is like, I don't want to go back to Boston anymore. Not planning on going back.
Exactly. I'm like, yeah, I know you moved to Maine, but does that mean you're never coming back to Boston?
That's too funny.
So, yeah, no, it was cool though. And then, I mean, you saw me. I just took off and like ran to my family, hugged my mom and my girlfriend. My brother was there. had some of my close friends there. So, and it was awesome. It was literally like living a dream.
And talk about the significance of having your family there, and even some of the story of what you've been through with that, and having that support there with you.
Yeah, I mean, I made a point not to watch my intro video because when I had watched the preview of it that day on the ESPN Twitter, it got me really emotional. I didn't want to go to that place right before I fought. I fought out of emotion and anger and fear before. I mean, obviously I was winning these fights, but to go into a fight that high level, I couldn't go in there emotional. So, I mean, I had headphones on, my head was down. But it's just, reliving the crazy 2.5, 3 months I was waking up the day after the 4th of July, finding out that my brother had overdosed the night before, and then getting through that nightmare, thankfully having my dad there to go through that. And then, a month later at that point, my dad died of a heart attack. It was a really, really wild time in my family to lose a younger brother and then turn around and lose my dad.
Yeah.
And it sent me, on a loop. I thought plotting, obviously it doesn't sound healthy, but kind of pulling that shit in to look good for my little brothers and sisters, because I'm the second oldest of 11, showing them that, you got to be strong and get through it was really the worst thing I could have done. And it just really put me into a dark place, which led to drinking like an asshole, and it just, everything kind of came spiraling out of control. And I had a wake-up call, and my mom, she laid down the law because, a mother's love can be cold sometimes, but it's necessary.
Yeah.
And she pretty much told me to get my shit together or go get a real job and to stop living this dream of being a UFC fighter. And it was from there that, with the help of my girlfriend and a therapist and, a lot of self-work on the inside, I was able to bring myself back to the light and put my shit together. And after having a layoff fight, coming out and destroying one of the New England top prospects, and the last kid that I fought, and I literally walked through him like a wet paper bag. And this is a kid who's a 15-fight veteran, a 5-1 pro, 9-0 amateur, and I destroyed him in a round. And it was just, the performance that I needed to reinvigorate me and let me know that I'm back and everything's firing on time, and my mind's in a good place, my heart's in a good place, and it's just, I hate to be like a cheesy comeback story, but that's pretty much clear cut what it was. And it's just something that's keeping me going. There's been so much outreach and support since the Contender performance, since there was a little bit of, press on the story, and just a lot of people coming out and reaching out and saying, man, I can't believe that you were able to tell everybody about the things that you're going through. This is my story. This is what I'm going through.
Yeah.
And this happened to me 5, 6, 7 years ago, and I'm still living in the darkness because of it. So, to not use this platform to speak out and give other people hope would be selfish to have a story like that and not give other people power to reach out and try to better their own situation.
That's good. And a lot of people are ashamed to tell their story or just scared to tell their story because they don't realize how much weight could actually be lifted off them by telling it. And the fact, like you said, there's a lot of other people that deal with the same things that you're actually helping out because you can tell your story, and other people that might have a hard time telling it need to hear that to be able to tell them and get that weight off of their chest too, man. So, man, first of all, I know when we all saw it, everybody was emotional watching your intro video. I did want to know that too. Do you guys watch your intro videos? Because that would be hard for me to be able to go in after that and have the right mindset. So, and we noticed you came in with the headphones on. You came in super amped into the arena, and you had a hat, man. I was loving that hat because most people just put that hat on, but you actually put some work into that bill.
Oh yeah, so I was fortunate enough to come out. I think it was episode 2 when another kid from the Northeast, Richie Santiago, fought. Mike Pulver is the owner of Cage Titans, which is the promotion that I have been fighting for pretty much exclusively since an amateur. He was in Richie's corner and was like, "Bro, here, have the contender hat." So he gave me this hat at the beginning of the summer, and I wore this hat every day, just knowing I was like, "Man, this is good. This is gonna be my lucky hat." And all my hats are like, you look through any of my fight footage, I always come out with a flipped brim hat. It's just kind of like that punk rock lifestyle that I live.
Yeah.
And so I've had the contender hat, flipped the bill, wore it all summer, trained in it for the whole camp, blood, sweat, and tears in this thing. And I asked everybody, I'm like, it's cool that I wear this. It says the contender. And they're like, yeah, absolutely. It's contender stuff. It's good to go.
Yeah.
But, little did they know I've had this hat for the last 4 months, and I've done my whole camping in it. It's been like my little security token of good luck. You know what I mean? Like a little good luck fetish,
Yeah.
But
well, you keep wearing it. You keep wearing it till you're not the contender anymore and you're a champion. That's great stuff.
I will wear this. I will wear this hat to every UFC weigh-in because there is no shame in coming through the contender. I'll remind everybody of that.
There you go.
No, and honestly, that helps. If you just keep going through the UFC fighters, that helps the Contender Series too keep growing and get the legitimacy that it already has. I think.
Yeah.
We've been seeing a lot of good fighters come from Contender Series, man, and like Josh said, you had one of the most entertaining fights of the whole season, I think.
Definitely. I mean, both of you guys were. I mean, even though it was a unanimous decision, that first round was very much a heated contest, a heated battle. But like you said, we didn't know that he had never been even into the third round. We didn't know that wasn't even really an option for him. So for you to have walked him down the way you did, you really just took over the fight in the last 2 rounds. So I knew it was a unanimous decision, but that didn't mean it wasn't a war.
Yeah.
It was still a good fight.
Yeah, I mean, it was a unanimous decision, but it was still 29-28. So
Exactly.
he did take the first round by all 3 judges.
That's right. Now, Peter, when you look at your division, you've got Habib there, you've got Dustin. They're fighting this weekend. Can you talk about like the steps that you want to take in your career to get up into that upper echelon to potentially challenge for a title?
Yes, and the first step is to go be up the featherweights because that's where I belong.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You did talk about that. I do remember that.
I do. I walk around 160, 165 regularly, pre-camp, in camp. I'd be lying if I said I was in that range right now, considering I just fought. But I'm already on the decline back down into that range. So making weight at 155 is like going to the bathroom in the morning and then jumping on the scale, and I'm good to go.
All right.
45 is is where I belong. That's the division where I can do the most damage. I can cut the weight. I can rehydrate properly, and my body performs well with that swing. So that's the first step, is to prove to those guys that I can make the weight, do it healthily, and still knock people out.
Now, no, Dana, that was actually one of the questions that we asked Dana in his press conference after the fights last week. And he said that, if you felt like you could make that weight, then they would be giving you that opportunity. I do remember him saying that.
Oh, most definitely. And I mean, as you can see, so I'm not sure how familiar you guys are with the lightweight roster, but Tony Martin was an old training partner of mine when he was up in training in Boston before he moved back down.
Okay.
With ATT. So Tony Martin was a good measuring stick for me. He was, always, one of on the upper half of the lightweight division. Was always a bully, was always in dogfights, had killer jiu-jitsu, but this kid would get up to about $195 in between fights. So me, at my biggest, is 175, and I'm going to have to worry about guys this size once they rehydrate coming from this frame. You know what I mean? So I fought at 155 locally because you don't see those dramatic cuts.
Yeah.
You don't see these, top 5% athletes in the world making these cuts and bouncing back and putting it and still, competing at a level that would blow anyone else away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to know that the lightweight division is filled with guys like Tony Martin, that, reassures to me that, yes, Peter, you are a featherweight and you're going to go to that weight class and you're going to destroy people.
That's it.
Like Calvin, me and Calvin are very much the same size. Calvin's a training partner of mine, buddy of mine. So, for me and Calvin Cater are very similarly built. size-wise. So that's also another, reason why I know that 145 is a manageable cut. So it's just, that's my game plan, to get down there, be the bully, be the bigger guy, put a beating on people, start freshening up, sharpening up my elbows, slicing some people open with them. It's just having a lot of fun with it and doing it with a big smile on my face the whole time.
So is there anybody right now? All fighters say, I'll fight anybody you put in front of me. But if you had to pick somebody right now to fight, I mean, is there anybody you can't wait to get into the ring with?
No, I don't have anyone that I'm like chomping the bit at. It's like, I'll go win a couple fights and then we can start looking at people to call out. But I'm still just excited that I'm in the UFC and I finally made it to the beginning of the next chapter of my life. Like, this is the beginning of the next phase. And yeah, I've got 13 pro fights already, but really this is just the beginning of the journey. Everything else was just to get me ready to be here.
Now, have you looked yourself up on ESPN? And if you did, what did it feel like, seeing your profile on there?
I was actually thinking about that today, and I haven't. Like, I looked at, my profile through the contender links on the ESPN Plus app, but I haven't gone to ESPN.com and looked myself up yet.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to do that after we get off the phone.
You should, man.
My buddy just looks at me and goes, I got it.
Well, look, man, we don't want to hold you up. I know you said you're cutting your grass, and it's got to be dusk on the East Coast. So, definitely.
No, we still have plenty of sunshine. We're good, but yeah, absolutely.
Well, thank you so much again. I know Quan usually always has you guys shout out your social media and any of your sponsors or
let everybody know where they can find you, and then give any shout outs you want to give.
Yeah, guys, so check me out on Instagram, Slippery Pete 145. If you check me out on Facebook, it's Slippery Pete or Peter Barrett. That's pretty much where I stay most active and whatnot. So check me out there. And then the perennial sponsors are always Sheath Underwear, Top Game Management, Sit Yard Tong, Lozon's MMA, the Zen Den over in Norwell. Let me see here. Give me one more, Butcher Box Sports. They hook it up with super high quality meat right to your door. It's fantastic. And
before you go too, I got two things. One, we got to get you a CBD sponsor because you mentioned CBD about 8 times. So we got to do that. So I'll see what I can do there for you. And then two, Slippery Pete. Can you tell us where you got that nickname before I forget to ask?
Yeah, absolutely. So it has absolutely nothing to do with fighting, believe it or not. So we were down at my mom and stepdad's house for a holiday, having like a dinner party. My mom had cooked a big meal, and while we're in the kitchen cleaning up, my older stepsisters were sitting there with me and my stepdad, and we were kind of just reminiscing about all these vacations we had been on. And then one of my sisters goes, "Peter, I just don't remember you being at any of these places." And my stepdad looked at me and goes, "Who, Slippery Pete?" Yeah, he was always there, but he was out chasing the women.
There you go.
That's good stuff.
And so I came back to the gym the next day, told my buddies the story, and it stuck.
Slippery Pete since then.
Slippery Pete. That's a good fight name, though.
Oh man! All right, well, thank you so much, Peter. Thank you,
Peter Barrett, new UFC fighter, man. We look forward to seeing your first fight in the UFC, bro.
Hell yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Take care.
Make sure you check him out. Peter Barrett. Man, dope convo right there, man. Make sure you check him out. If you haven't watched the Contender Series fight, you can go back and watch that. It's on ESPN Plus. It's episode 10 that he fought in. I think it was the second or third fight.
Yeah. He was fight. Let me see.
But yeah, make sure you check that out. The whole season of Contender Series is on ESPN Plus. There was a lot of good fights, a lot of good fighters. How many, I don't have the number in front of me. How many fighters got a UFC contract from this season?
Oh, I have no idea. But I mean, let's see. There was only one episode where there was only one person.
It was in the 30 range.
You think it was 30 fighters?
Close.
I was
like 3 a show.
That's averaging 3 a show. And there was,
I was going to say high 20s.
There was a few shows with 4.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, you know what? No, you're right, because we had those weeks where we had 4 for about 3 straight
and there was
weeks.
a couple where you only had 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Was there any
only-
weeks with only one? I
There
think
was
just
only
one
the
week.
one week.
That was
with the
week
only
9, I
one.
believe.
Yeah, there was only the one
Yeah.
week where it was only one. But there were like maybe 1 or 2 weeks where there was 2.
Yeah.
But
So I'd say
for-
between 27 and 30.
yeah,
around there.
maybe all the way up to 35. Like it's
Possible.
below 35. Below 35.
Over under, Todd. What do you think?
Yeah, I think about 3 an episode. I only watched a few, but I remember
Yeah.
you guys were talking in the group chat.
Yeah.
They were giving away contracts. So
Like
if
hotcakes.
there's 10 shows.
Dana, the fight makers, are they upset about all the contracts or no, nothing.
Stop.
Nothing.
Oh, that's one for me.
See, you had to do that though.
I don't know what you're
You had to do that.
We'll get him in the studio to talk some MMA with us
man.
one day. All right. Big fight this weekend.
Yes.
You got Habib and you got Poirier. Who do you guys think is going to win this fight, man? This is in Abu Dhabi.
What time's it on here?
11 a.m.
11 a.m.
So not
11
too
a.m.
bad.
our time.
Not too bad.
Not too bad. But we're not doing a party at Todd's house. He'll be sleeping
That's
still.
lunchtime.
11
in
a.m.?
football.
Yeah.
Lunchtime and
We
The,
can't.
the baby's sleeping about 11 a.m.
Oh,
taking a
okay.
little nap.
Can we do a brunch fight? Brunch
Hey.
fight party?
I found
That's
a new
fun.
place to go have brunch.
Yeah?
Yeah. New spot over on Blue Diamond.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Todd's house
No.
to watch the fight.
No, only if he's at his parents' house.
That's true too.
It's like 10 minutes from here. But okay.
Let's go right now.
You're not as far as I thought, Todd. I will give you that. You're not
He
Quan.
was probably thinking you live near me.
Quan, boy.
Oh,
That
yeah.
one time
kinda
I was like,
deep.
bro, I had to take 2 trains.
It wasn't that one time.
And a bus.
You
You
came
hit
to
the
at least
transfer?
6 shows
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I came to a few.
Yeah,
a
you
few.
came to at least 6 shows.
And then they
over
got
there.
serious about it. I was like, yeah, we're having it again. I was like, no.
2 trains.
I will-
He was still coming to the shows. A
I feel like a lot of college football on Saturday, though.
Yeah.
lot of college football. Yeah.
Anything else on Saturday? Wimbledon. Not Wimbledon. The
Whoa,
US Open.
whoa, U.S.
Jesus.
Open.
U.S. Open final. U.S. Open final for
Yeah.
the women. I meant women. Sorry, not Wimbledon. Women's U.S. Open final.
Wimbledon.
Wimbledon.
Don't ask how Wimbledon came out.
Wimbledon.
We have a comment from Mr. Nobles. Enough with brunch.
Dave,
So, sorry, Dave.
we've already had the conversation. You're coming to brunch, and look, we're not. But the biggest thing I think, and now that I realize the biggest thing with Dave and brunch is he always thought that people make such a big deal about it. Like we won't even call it brunch, Dave. Just come and have drinks.
It's man brunch.
It's drinks and
It's gonna
food.
be
Man
steak
brunch.
and eggs.
No.
We'll call it munch.
Anyways,
Man.
Dave. First of all, you need to call in and.
I associate a different word with munch.
Well, okay.
That's because
anyways.
you're weird, Todd.
Anyways, Dave, like I was saying, call in 5 minutes so we can do this draft.
Call Kareem though. Call Kareem first.
Call Kareem. Do a 3-way call if you can. If not, then we'll just take your picks. Because Kareem's not here enough to care about his picks. We'll do his picks on.
I spoke to my guy from the Goat District, so I told him. See, he was asking if he could come back on for fantasy stuff, and so I told him what we were doing, and so I told him maybe call in. We'll have him on end of next month after the first 4 weeks. See how everyone's doing, how
For
everyone's picks go.
For sure. Real quick, a little more MMA before we jump into this fantasy draft that we're going to be doing. Cyborg signs with Bellator after her UFC contract wasn't renewed. Is this a good move for her? I mean, obviously UFC was in a place where they didn't necessarily want to re-sign her if she wasn't going to fight the fight
That everyone
they wanted.
Yeah.
But she's going to Bellator now, which obviously isn't as big as UFC, but it is big. But who is there to fight in Bellator? I don't know enough about Bellator to even know. But is this a good move for her?
It's a great move if they're giving her real money. If they're giving her real money for cupcake fights, that's what she wanted.
And that's exactly what I was going to say. I mean, it's a good deal, being it's the biggest one Bellator has ever had, or whatever however they worded it. And then, of course, like Quan said, who is she going to fight? I think that's the point. There is nobody to fight. She's
No
going to
one.
bring
So
people
this is
in.
just the money.
I think for
This
her,
is the money thing
I think
right
for
now.
her,
At her stage with her career.
for her, it's a money thing. And then, of course, near the end of this contract, she'll lose, and that person will be dubbed the next great Bellator woman,
Or next person to move on to the UFC.
Right? So it's. I
It's
think it's great
the
for her.
biggest contract ever given to a woman, a women's MMA fighter.
Rousey?
No, this one.
Before that. That's what I'm saying.
This one right here is the biggest.
Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm sure Amanda's next one will be huge.
Does anyone know how much this is?
No,
I don't think
For
they
Cyborg.
have the terms of the contract.
Yeah, because I can't. I was looking it up the other day, and I'm looking it up now. I still can't find anything.
Does it say how many fights? Like probably 3 or 4. I would think probably 3 or 4.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So if she
I
caught
mean,
like
it-
8 to 10 million for 3 or 4 fights, that's a great deal.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I know, the president of Bellator was surprised that UFC didn't sign her.
No, he wasn't. He was happy as I don't know what.
Well, He's still surprised. I mean, of course he's happy, but he was
Yeah.
surprised UFC didn't sign her, so he could go out there and get her because Bellator is probably the second biggest league out there.
Yeah, no, it is for sure.
But now having a name like Cyborg, for even like you said, even if it's 3 or 4 fights, is a big deal. And those fights will be fights that we want to watch. People that don't necessarily watch Bellator will probably watch that now, because of her being there. So we're excited about that. Tonight we're going to the FFC out here in Vegas. They do kickboxing, boxing, and MMA all in one show. So we're excited to go there. Going out there with Death Star Dave. Josh is foregoing his media credential today. So
Where is that?
My
the
body
Rio.
is killing
At
me.
the Rio.
Yeah.
I feel that, bro.
My body is killing me.
you want to go?
I don't think I can make it.
Okay. Appreciate that.
Stat Boy has his first game of
No,
his
you
JV season.
Yeah, you said
Okay.
that.
What
Oh,
are you playing?
what grade
Football?
is he in?
10.
Yeah, it's JV season.
Yeah, give it up to Stat Boy.
I was
You
about to
playing
say
football?
if he said he was a senior and he's JV, just come on.
You play basketball too?
He tried out for basketball.
Oh, you didn't make it.
Didn't make it.
Nope.
Not yet. Not new
No.
season. New season.
In new season, he's gonna try again.
Yeah, he's white. And more MMA news. BJ Penn, he wanted to fight more in the UFC, even though I think he's lost 7 in a row. But Dana White says no more UFC for him because you've been fighting in the bars and streets. So if you want to be a street fighter, you can't fight in the UFC, especially at your age, BJ Penn. I don't even know why he's doing that.
Especially when you're getting knocked down by random bystanders.
Exactly. You
Hey.
got to do better with your life. You're at that age where you should be wiser.
Look,
And you could still make money in the UFC, but not now because it's too late. And at his age, I don't think we'll ever see him fight again in the UFC, which actually I feel like this is a blessing in disguise because the fact that he wanted to keep fighting, I think he wanted like 2 or 3 more fights, he was saying.
Yeah.
He lost 7 in a row. You're done.
yeah.
And you're a historic, you're one of the greats of all time in the UFC, but you're done, man. It's time to walk away. And obviously, Dana was probably excited about this for the fact that he could tell him, like, okay, now I could say no
Yeah.
without him
yeah.
begging me
It's a
to
good
keep
reason.
fighting.
Yeah. This happened in Hawaii, right? The bar fight?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I just want to say, because you said a random bystander, ain't these islanders, bro? Nah, man. They hit hard.
They're not to be trifled
Look,
with.
let me tell you something, man. You get into a fight with a Hawaiian, you just bit off more than you could chew.
Well, you gotta
And
fight
I
the
don't
whole
care-
tribe
yeah,
for one.
I don't care who you are, bro. Like, if a Hawaiian or any islander from Samoa or anywhere, they want to fight, we talking it out. I ain't fighting one of them boys. And
They're
I ain't,
so nice though. I don't even understand how
They
you
are-
even.
they
but
are-
like
yeah,
once that switch flips.
I
It's
have
a whole
never
different-
run into an islander from Hawaii or Samoa,
Yeah.
and they were mean. And they
Yeah.
were just like bad attitude, kind of
Yeah.
person.
Friendly
They
people.
always seem to be very friendly, very chill, very laid back. But I've also never ran into one that couldn't fight either. I mean, I don't know if they
How
just
do you do both?
they
I don't
breed
know.
linemen and fighters. Like that's
Even the
what they
women.
do. Like it's just
Even no, it's true.
yeah, word, son. Hey, it ain't,
You don't want to
I
fight
ain't messing around.
nobody.
I mean, I guess obviously he's BJ Penn, he's a fighter. They wired a little different. They want to fight everybody. Is he from Hawaii?
That
BJ
I don't
Penn?
know.
I think so.
Okay, so he could be, this
I
could have
would-
just been
I would
another
hope
day in the
so.
hood for him.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm
hope
saying?
so.
This could be a normal thing, but we saw, you can get that work even if you a UFC fighter. So, yeah, leave them Islanders alone, man.
I'm out your weight class.
Hey, man,
You better-
Hakuna
you better-
Matata, bro.
You better ease up. You better ease up. I'm in the super weights.
Beer belly and all.
Right.
Laid the
I'll
boy
lay
out.
you out.
Gave him 2-piece.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. And also one more thing with the MMA on this card, we have Sarah. She's going to be fighting.
Yes.
And
yes.
JoJo's
Cheesecake.
going to be fighting as well.
Sarah
So
Cheesecake.
those are 2 people that we're trying to get in the studio after this fight. So we want them to win. But even if they lose, we'll get them in the studio, talk about that.
I do have to watch it for Sarah. That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're ordering UFC?
No.
Wow.
Oh, sorry, man. Don't
Can't
get me,
say that live
don't
on air
get me
anymore.
on there. Like that's
Can't
horrible.
say that.
It's like,
Yes,
no.
of course I
Of course
am. Like,
he's-
why would you put me out there like that? That's horrible.
He's
We-
attending
put
a watch
yourself out
party.
yes. Good job.
Munch party.
Amazon watch
Man
party,
brunch.
I think, right?
See?
You doing the Amazon watch
Then
party?
you doubled down
Watch
again.
party on
Just
his Fire Stick. Get him, Dana White. Get that
Horrible.
65 from him.
horrible.
Man
Actually, he
brunch.
owes a lot of 65s. Let me tell you how long he's been
Yeah.
illegally streaming
It's
UFC.
been a while. It's been a while.
You about
Hey,
6,500
Hey,
right
hey,
now.
write good articles on it. Like they're getting something out of it.
You know?
Doesn't you have a media credential? Like,
Shut up. We're doing too much. We're doing way too much. Be like, due to new reports, like, oh, you crazy.
We got Edson Barboza fighting Paul Felder. I think it'll be a good fight, but that's like the second best fight of the night.
Eesh.
So it's a rough card, but at the same time, it's going to do some great numbers being out there.
Yeah.
And they do have a lot of Middle Eastern fighters. So
Which what
they
it
need to
needs
do. I mean,
Yeah.
they're doing this smart. And we had the girl last week beat
Yes.
Jessica.
Wong Lee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She beat Steve would like that. Andrade. She beat Jessica Andrade to be the first Chinese champion ever
Was it what, 42
in
seconds?
the UFC.
42 seconds?
that's a
It
big deal.
was quick. It was like 42, 43 seconds.
I saw.
legit.
She
It
just
was
kept
bad,
going.
too. It was
But I
bad.
like that because I see fighters do this too much where they'll get some really good hits and they'll daze the person and then they let up.
Yeah.
She was not letting up. She's like, nope, knee.
Knee. She
hit,
threw
knee.
she threw like literally 5 straight knees, and they weren't hitting. Some of them did, but some of them weren't.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
like
yeah.
just the activity, and like she
Yeah.
had to like keep backing up because
Andrade
she was
did
hurt.
not know what to
That's that-
do,
that's
and
that
there was
aggression.
nothing to do.
That's
Man.
that violent aggression.
And I was surprised because Andrade was, I think she was heavily favored, but that was smart. You have your first Chinese champion in China, and now there's almost every fighter has a Middle Eastern fighter. Actually, going through here, everyone does that I'm looking at. So they're doing it smart, even if they're not big names.
That's how you build
it's
up the
gonna
region,
blow up out
right?
there. Exactly.
yeah.
It's gonna blow up out
The
there.
whole,
And in the prelims, we got JoJo Calderwood versus Andrea Lee. So JoJo lives out here. We're going to try to get her on in a few weeks. We know they need a few weeks to recover after a fight,
afterwards.
especially coming traveling like they are. And then Sarah Morris versus Liana Jojua, something like that.
Do your best.
But we want Sarah to win.
That's right.
Just because we know her and she lives out here.
and
Listen,
because her name is Sarah Cheesecake. Your
Cheesecake.
nickname is
If your nickname is Cheesecake,
I got no
you're good
problem
with
with
us.
you. She needs
You
to get
are
a
good with
Cheesecake
us.
Factory. But look, I'm out here trying to get everybody their money.
I like your weird heads up.
Everybody. Your name is Sarah Cheesecake.
Yeah.
You need to have
Put
a
some
junior
CBD in it.
sponsorship. Yeah. Come
There
on.
you go.
Come on.
You got 2
Hey.
for 1. You got a whole roster now.
I actually can get that CBD.
All right,
like
favorite type of cheesecake, Todd? Go real quick before we get to NFL.
I mean, anything with like chocolate chips in it are really good for me.
Okay, Steve, do you like cheesecake? Because I don't think Todd does.
I do. I like chocolate chip
Chocolate
cheesecake.
chip cheesecake?
Yeah.
Where do you get that?
He only has it 1 or 2 times a year.
Yeah.
This is my moment.
They don't have that at
This is-
Cheesecake Factory.
I've never had chocolate chip cheesecake.
You get at Trader Joe's. They have the little.
Oh.
Shout out to Trader Joe's. They
Not
have
unless they're giving us money.
they have a little dessert section where you get there's like 4 different types of the cheesecake.
Yeah.
You know, different flavors. Like
Yeah,
there's the
yeah, yeah.
vanilla, the chocolate. There's one chocolate chip, and there's one. I forgot what the other one is.
Sounds
Pumpkin
about white.
spice or something. I don't know.
Sounds about
Pumpkin
white.
spice.
Yeah.
Sounds about white.
Sounds about white.
Wow.
So done
Steve, what kind of cheesecake you like?
I like cheesecake. The
Okay,
regular
what-
cheesecake with some cherries or some strawberry
So cherry
stuff on
cheesecake.
top.
cheesecake.
On top. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A little salsa or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Salsa.
Not
Wow, you put
not
salsa.
salsa.
You
I
put
said-
salsa on cheesecake. He
I
said,
said-
listen, he's trying to make fun of people for liking weird cheesecake. He's
I
like,
did not say
listen,
salsa.
he's like, I just like cheesecake. You
I
know,
need-
just put like
I
a
need-
cherry
I
or
need
some salsa.
some
I
Tostitos
said
on the top.
Give me
the
some
cherry-
tapatio.
Oh my
Some
god.
Tapatio.
I like tapatio cheesecake. I
The
like
cherry
I
or
like
the
Cholula
strawberry
cheesecake.
sauce.
Cholula.
I like
Cheesecake.
Tabasco
I
cheesecake.
need that
I like
verde
green
sauce,
Tabasco
that
cheesecake.
verde
my
sauce
gosh.
on the top.
Give me some mild and extra
Yeah.
mild and extra
I
hot.
did my cheesecake and nacho cheese. Get out of here.
Nacho
man. Come on.
cheesecake?
Nacho cheesecake.
Nacho
I like nacho
cheesecake.
cheesecake.
Oh
That's
my
I
god.
like macho cheesecake.
Wow.
I like
I
chacho
I like
cheesecake.
regular cheesecake. How about that?
I'm with.
That sounds like a Ben and Jerry's flavor.
There's no
Nacho
such thing as
cheesecake.
Nacho cheese.
There's no such thing as regular cheesecake
No?
with salsa.
I didn't say with
Just
salsa.
doesn't work like that.
Sauce.
I'm
You
with
met
Steve.
sauce?
No,
I
So
said
what kind of
sauce.
What kind of sauce?
Josh,
What kind of sauce?
I'm talking about the
Steve, what kind of sauce?
Strawberry.
Yep.
Or
Strawberry
the
sauce?
cherry. Like sauce. I don't know what exactly
Puree.
it's called
It's called
because I don't
puree.
think it's called sauce.
It's called puree.
Yeah, that on top. That's what I like for my cheesecake.
Why do you point to him like he gave you the answer?
Because
when I know
Josh-
they gave you the answer.
because I
Because
understand, 'cause
Josh
I'm
is
the same
agreeing
way, yeah.
and he knows what I'm
But I said
getting
puree.
at.
He said yes.
You
That's
also said
what
I
Quan
said salsa, and I didn't say salsa.
He said you said salsa too, and you still agree
You-
with him
you
because
did-
he's
you
black
said-
and I'm
you
white,
said-
and
you
I'm
said
sick of this racism on this show.
salsa, and you kind of you were stuck in between, and it came out
because
as
I was
salsa.
trying to think of like what it's called because I don't think it's called strawberry
sauce.
sauce.
Yeah,
Right?
sauce.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
and that turned into strawberry salsa.
He did say something.
Yeah.
Anyways, my favorite
Oh
kind
my
is normal cheesecake with the strawberry and the strawberry puree on it.
Yeah.
Puree on it.
Yeah.
I also
Yeah.
like sometimes mixed berry, like when
And
they
the lemon raspberries bomb too from Cheesecake
Oh,
Factory.
I never had that before.
I don't either, man.
Interesting.
We should go to Cheesecake Factory for brunch.
No, that's not a good.
They don't
brunch
have
place.
brunch there.
Yeah.
They got good food.
They
Yeah.
do have good
We
food.
can go at the time that people
but
eat
We can
brunch.
go during brunch time.
We won't look. We won't be getting bottomless mimosas. I'll tell you that. They'll be like, that one drink was 15. Like, I'll take the one. That's fine. Just one is enough.
Is bottomless mimosas? Is that what makes brunch?
Yep.
Okay.
The second I see the sign that says bottomless mimosas, I know where I'm going. Like, oh, yep,
All right.
my spot.
Bottomless babosas?
Sometimes
Bottomless
some people
mimosas.
get like Bloody Marys or
Yeah. Or sangria. You get bottomless sangria.
Okay.
I
Alright.
went to a spot with my
or
parents.
champagne.
All right, we're
last
talking
week.
about brunch week.
Champagne.
Yeah, we are.
Let's get in our picks
Okay.
All right.
before Dave quits the show forever instead of just one day a week.
Okay. So.
All right, so Todd,
yeah,
I'm gonna let you take over
give the
this.
rules.
This is the only reason you came.
That's not the only reason I came.
It's
You
one
missed
of
us?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
them.
All
I was
right,
so
Todd,
not-
give
I
us the
talked-
rules of this draft and let the people know what we're doing. All 10 people watching.
Well, we're gonna have a fantasy football draft, but it's gonna be like a very, I would say mini, but like a light version where we're only gonna pick a handful of players, each of us, and then instead of like doing head-to-head matchups, where it's like my team versus your team in week 1, my team versus your
It's
team in
just
week
who
3.
has the most points.
Yeah, so
So we're keeping points every week.
we're gonna keep points every week. Since I think there's gonna be 6 of us playing, us 4, Kareem and Dave.
If they call
So-
in, if not,
They could still participate.
how are they going to pick though?
Okay,
They're going to have to pick after
they're
we
gonna
pick.
pick like leftover people, but
Ooh.
it's so deep because we're only picking a few people.
There's only
You're still
4 of
gonna
us.
have all stars.
Yeah, all of us
Yeah.
are gonna have Pro Bowlers.
Yeah, so will they.
Unless they get hurt.
So will they. So
That'll
so
nuke
what
the
happened
team.
is
Now, if somebody
3
gets hurt, can we pick up somebody else?
sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. I like
If you
Thanks, Todd. Thanks, Commissioner.
yeah, if you so the top 3, so if there's 6 of us teams playing, the top 3 teams that score that week will get a win.
Oh.
And then the bottom 3 will get a loss.
okay.
And then we'll go to, I think maybe week 15, and then we'll do like maybe the top 4 teams make a playoffs, and we'll do just 2 rounds. So
Okay.
My name is the team formerly known as the Washington.
well, I'm gonna give you
Redskins.
guys. I'm gonna show the.
Oh, okay. All right.
So if you want to pass one to
Yeah,
Quan,
here you go,
if
Quad.
you want to pass one to
All right.
Steve.
All right. Look at Todd, man. Print it up and
Little half
everything.
sheet, and that's gonna be for
Once we
Yeah.
actually set the
Yeah.
rosters.
Dave and Kareem.
So
Okay.
professional, Todd.
It's a piece of paper with magic marker, but okay, I try.
Hey,
It's a piece of
Good
paper with
good penmanship.
nobody
I
else
smell
was
the marker.
nobody else was disprepared, bro.
All right, so I need a hat. Can I use that hat over there, or a hat?
Yeah. Contender series hat.
Okay.
But let's try to get Dave and Kareem on the line.
Dana
Yeah,
White
I'm
contender
working
series
The
hat.
Dana White Contender Series
There
hat,
it is.
So
ESPN Plus.
Since
sponsored
they
by
can't-
ESPN Plus.
since they're not here, they can't get the first pick. So one of us will be the first pick.
Oh, sweet.
So one of these 4 pieces of paper have the number 1 on them. That person will have the first pick, and then maybe we'll go counterclockwise or counterclockwise.
Yeah.
Got it.
I just
Okay.
messed it up last time.
All right.
So
We know
Yes.
what you mean.
Can I even feel it? Okay.
Oh, wow.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I can't.
Wow.
Like they're really small pieces of paper.
Whoa.
incoming call.
No, that's from Quan.
Well, I'm trying to call
Steve-
Cream and Dave.
Are you calling me?
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah,
I
that's-
don't- I
Well,
don't-
we're all in the same group chat that I'm calling, guys. All right.
Should I answer?
Number 1, baby.
Oh, I got 2 numbers.
Give one
Oh,
to Mark.
he got number 1.
But if you already got one, that kind of.
You
Wow.
got 2 numbers?
Well,
And you
I-
gave me the
I actually got, because I opened the other one on
So who has the
accident.
number 1 pick?
I do.
Mine says someone else.
Someone else.
Tom says we can't have number 1 pick because we're never there, and he's there once a year.
Yeah, I'm the one that's always there.
We got Dave and Cream
Not one.
on the line right now.
Me.
You guys both
We
there?
got number 1 pick. Yeah, we're still here.
Nice.
All right, what number? What number do you want? Why didn't we?
Number 1 pick you want.
I'll say that again.
Todd's there one time a year for every number 1 pick you want.
So how about this? I'll go. Josh got the number 1
Yes,
pick.
he did. Don't you?
So-
try to
That's
take-
even worse.
Yeah.
Josh,
Yes, it is.
let Josh go first. and
Wait,
then-
I didn't even get a number. It says sorry, man.
So, but you didn't win the number 1 pick.
Oh,
Because he's saying just Josh should be number 1, and we're going to go.
So you'll get one number 1 pick, and then there's not
So
number
it
2.
starts with him, and then we're just going to go around in a circle, and
Yeah.
then we'll just keep going.
Are we going clowner
So you said it would be-
clockwise?
Clowny.
We could do this. The snake. It's just with you guys on the phone. I thought it would be more difficult, So
Or you could just tell us who's speaking.
okay, that's good. So I'll go last. So let's go counterclockwise.
So we're going Josh, me, Dave, Cream, Steve, you.
perfect.
Cool.
Okay. All right.
So Dave, you're after me. Cream, you're right behind Dave, like you always are.
All right.
All right.
I saw that coming, but then I beat myself up from the
So
shows.
Dave and Kareem, I will write down your team's picks here. So remember, we're doing a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, a tight end, and a
And we can pick these in any order.
defense.
Or do we have to
Anything
pick?
you
Okay.
want to pick.
Whatever you want.
Yeah, I got sorry, man.
All right. With the first pick, the
First
team,
pick in
the
the
team
unnamed
formerly
draft.
known as the Washington Redskins select. Sorry, Todd, Saquon Barkley.
All right.
Wow.
All right.
It'd be hard for me as a Giants fan to pick a Redskins fan.
There's
Player
no-
number 1.
There's no one worth one of these picks. Go ahead, Quan.
Oh man, this is tough.
Here you go, Quan.
Oh, I got a pen.
Oh, you're fine.
I need to write my team name. I don't know my team name yet.
So I wasn't sure if we were picking our own team names, or if we're not allowed to, like the nickname rule in the group.
Oh no,
So-
no. Yeah, it's your own
we can
team.
pick our own
It's
team
fantasy.
name. Yeah.
It's fantasy.
Man, he picked Saquon Barkley. I'm actually picking Zeke Elliott.
That's,
I'm picking Zeke Elliott for my running back. All right, Dave, who you got?
I am going to be taking Mr. Alvin Kamara.
wow.
Ooh.
He's taking my.
All right, Cream, who you got?
I will take Christian McCaffrey.
McCaffrey.
That's a good one if he doesn't get hurt.
Oh, kind of like all football players.
Yeah,
Thanks.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
They're all good ones if they don't get hurt.
Yeah.
Trust me, that's my only real fear with with Saquon. I was like, please don't get hurt. Please.
So was Superman. Anyway, keep going.
Wow.
Dave. Sorry, not Dave.
Steve.
Steve. I'm looking at Steve.
Todd Gurley.
You
Good
don't
one.
even sound happy about it.
I know. Why are you not happy about that, Steve? That's a good pick.
I'm happy to have
Right.
that pick, but I wanted Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh, you want to trade? Give me $20.
Not. No.
Go.
Okay.
He gets 2, right?
We'll talk about it later.
Ooh.
Also, we got to put a coach line on here, right? Too, Cut.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh, we're
Yeah.
picking the coach also, guys. So
We're going to coach too? Oh, it's lit.
Well,
Yep.
so coach, if you guys didn't hear earlier, the coach is basically just the winning team. So if you just are picking a team to win, and that's your coach.
All right. Okay.
so
But we don't have to do that till the
Anyway,
end.
so everybody went. I'm trying to mark off. So
Yep.
it's my turn. I'm
So,
gonna.
so wait. So then you go again, right? You go, then you go again, right?
Yeah, I'll
Make
go.
sense.
I'll go, and I go again, and then it goes back.
Back
Okay.
around.
okay.
Who did you pick?
I didn't pick yet.
Yeah, I was about to say
I'm gonna
you didn't
pick
yet.
Patrick Mahomes.
Ooh,
Jerk.
first round. That's a good pick. It's a good pick.
That's what I was going to do.
Yeah, I
pick.
think
Yeah,
I think
that
that
was
was
nice.
everyone's second pick.
That was a solid pick. No, I'm already making my
That
top.
was definitely my second pick.
Yeah, and then for my
Getting that mic, Todd.
okay, right here.
Yep. Thank you.
I think I'm going to go with DeAndre Hopkins for my running back.
For your running back or for your wide
You're
receiver?
running back? That's cool.
Oh, sorry.
You can put it on.
sorry. Sorry.
You're running back.
I was like, oh snap! He didn't change. He didn't change. His whole career to change. His money to change.
My running back
Everything.
for 3 carries this year.
Oh man.
We're running a special package of plays. Steve, your pick. It's on you, Steve.
All right. I feel like I'm shooting myself in the foot here, but taking Baker Mayfield.
Oh God, Steve.
You shot yourself in both feet.
Oh God, Steve.
Hey.
Steve Jesus.
All right, Cream. He took Baker. Who you got?
All right, so is it one running back, one receiver, one
yeah,
tight end, one
it's
quarterback?
one
And
everything.
one tight end.
Yeah, one everything.
All right, I'll shake and bake, baby. I'll take Deshaun Watson.
Ooh,
Okay.
it's a good one.
Go ahead, Dave.
Mr. Deshaun Watson.
I'm going to take the one guy who I think is so far ahead of the rest of his position. I know this is
I
way
know what you
early,
mean.
but since we're only taking one, I'm going Travis Kelce.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, good job. Good job.
His first tight end.
Ah,
Good job.
that is a good pick.
very smart.
All right. Quan.
Oh man, this is hard. I need a quarterback. Do I trust him to stay healthy all year? I'm going Aaron Rodgers.
That
That was
is
going
a-
to be my
that
first
is a
pick.
dangerous
but
pick.
Yeah, that's
It
yeah.
is.
all right.
But it's worth a risk.
The team formerly known
Hey,
as
but
the
if he gets
Washington
hurt-
Redskins.
Hey,
Well-
if he gets hurt, you can replace him with the 7th quarterback. You'll be all right.
Yeah, really, right. I think we'll all be fine. I think everyone will
Yeah.
have a solid pool of players to run
I think
to.
we're good regardless.
The team.
What do we
formerly
win?
known-
What's the winner get anyways?
Okay.
Oh, brunch on me.
Brunch on Todd.
What if I win?
Oh,
though?
I'm motivated.
You get 2 brunches, Dave.
Dave, you get a gift card to a place of your choice.
You just get a day of bottomless mimosas, but unnamed.
unnamed bottomless.
Yeah.
It's really just-
The unnamed meal show.
I'm not down with mimosas, but I mean, we can figure something out.
Steve's already
Well,
getting harassed online about the Baker Mayfield pick by
that
the
was-
Sportsnista.
That was a dangerous pick. Oh my! Oh, all
Hey.
right.
Oh, she's harassing you, Steve.
We either going hard or
Our
we going
girl.
home.
Yeah.
That's okay.
All right. The team formerly known as the Washington Redskins will be selecting in the second round.
That's your team name?
Yes, Michael Thomas.
Sweet.
Wide receiver, Michael Thomas. Okay.
Oh, and I start the third round. Sorry.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you do.
Okay, for quarterback.
Let's see.
I was not prepared to go.
Let's
back
see.
to back.
Let's some ideas, Josh. We have Russell Wilson on the board, Drew Brees, Matt
Don't give him
Ryan.
ideas.
Cousins.
No. I mean,
No,
we have
Kirk
everyone.
Cousins
Everyone.
out there.
The
I'm
entire,
Everyone's
just
on the
trying to
board.
say who's not picked or
the
not.
entire league is on the board.
Yeah.
two quarterbacks have come off.
4 quarterbacks have Mahomes, Watson, Rodgers, and Baker Mayfield.
I can't
I
believe
was
Baker
waiting.
Mayfield was that high.
We're gonna go with Tom Terrific. We're gonna go with Brady.
Okay.
Look, I'm
It's a
we're not,
solid pick.
we're not picking Super Bowl champs here. We talking about fantasy points.
Hey, look here, brother.
He might get some fantasy interceptions this year.
My
Hey,
man
it
still,
might be.
my man still throw 30 touchdowns. I don't care. He could
Hey, you
be out
know
there
what
with a
I'm
broke
talking about?
leg and still have 30 touchdowns.
You know what else we're talking about? Next pick. Too late. Bye.
All right.
Go ahead, Quan.
You made your choice.
Quan got
Wait, who were the wide receiver picks already?
so
everyone
DeAndre
is out there.
Hopkins and Michael Thomas.
Yeah, you got a lot of people you can go with.
Marking a little combo going if you're smart.
I'm looking at that.
The Aaron Rodgers to Devontae Adams. Ooh, that'd be scary.
I'm looking at that.
Yeah. Why don't you just
Yeah.
let him look and shut your mouth?
Yeah, exactly, Todd.
No, I was already
He's got-
looking
he's
at
got
that.
a
I was
pullback.
already looking at Devontae.
Are you going against them or what is this?
You can go ahead.
I'm
and-
actually picking.
Yeah.
I'm picking Devontae Adams,
Oh, that is.
which is dangerous because if Rodgers goes out now, I'm really screwed.
Yeah, and if he goes down, then Rodgers is hurt.
It's
so
a big risk reward.
It is, but
That's a.
listen,
it's
if
all-
he's just throwing to him all day,
That's double points, kind of, in a way.
woo,
Not that double,
I
but
like
Well,
my
you
team.
get points for both things.
I could already taste the brunch. I'm going to be
Listen.
honest.
Listen, the Tyreek Hill Child Care Center will be taking next.
Oh, that's the name of your team.
Tyreek Hill
Yes, that
Daycare
is a
Center.
great name.
Wow.
We will mess your kid
Julio
up.
Julio Jones, wide receiver, Atlanta Falcons.
See, that was my pick, too.
That's a good pick.
I already wrote it down. I was like, nobody's
Why
gonna
did
take
you
it.
write it
You can't
down,
write
Steve?
it down before you have it, Steve.
The only one you could have wrote down was Baker Mayfield.
Because no one else was going down.
Nobody was
Which I
picking
did.
him
I
at
wrote
all.
down my first 3 names, and nobody.
in pen.
So
Just pick
now-
Odell. Might as well pick Odell Beckham Jr.
That's exactly who I'm picking. I'm going down with the shit, baby.
Wait a minute. Kareem.
Wait,
Kareem didn't pick yet. Kareem didn't pick yet.
Crap.
Kareem, take Odell.
Go ahead, Kareem.
Kareem,
Price
take
is
Odell.
right. Price is right. This
Taking
man.
Odell.
Price is right. This man. Please.
Of course I'm taking Odell.
Wow. Wow.
You can't jump the gun, Steve.
Wow.
Oh my God, that's so great. He prices right at you.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
man.
Wow.
$1.
Word, son. Word.
All right, you know what?
Word, son.
Oh man, that's too good.
Final answer, Kareem?
I'll take Tyreek Hill. Forget it.
You going to take Tyreek?
I'm taking Tyreek Hill. Yeah,
Word.
So you're not taking Odell?
word. I'm not taking Odell.
All right, I'm gonna.
Okay, taking Tyreek instead of Odell. So, Steve,
Odell Beckham.
Odell Beckham Jr.
He got
Yeah.
lucky.
All right,
You're
Todd.
welcome.
Yeah, exactly. Todd,
Yes,
It's on you.
you have 2 picks in a row.
I do have 2 picks in a row.
Oh, notice everyone's quiet when you're picking Todd? Yeah, that's cool.
We're so shocked he's on the line.
I'm gonna take running back Le'Veon Bell.
That's not a bad pick.
Good pick. That's
That's a
the
solid pick.
only player on their team.
That's a solid pick.
And he
8
says
rounds in.
he says he's down with 50 touches.
And then I'm going to take the Chicago Bears defense.
Oh, you greasy rat!
I was gonna take that.
That's a good one.
I almost took that before my wide receiver.
I just
to be
wanted something to
honest.
root for tonight.
Hey, no, that's something to root
I
for all
guess-
year.
I got something to root for.
All right, Steve, back on you.
Anybody take Travis Kelce yet?
Yeah, that was
Yep,
Dave
Dave
did that
said
long,
that's what I
long
figured,
time
yeah.
ago.
That's the only tight end that
Yeah.
has been taken.
Right, exactly.
Take in.
Taken.
Did you say takey?
Take it.
Go,
Yeah,
Steve.
no Liam Neeson.
Go, Steve.
Oh man. Too bad Gronk retired.
Well, you could still take him because you took
Listen,
know,
he said
but-
he only need like a week to get ready.
yeah. If we need to
Or a
skip
month
you,
to get
Steve,
ready,
if
sorry.
you need a pass and
Don't get skipped in the draft process.
No.
Steve,
Because we will all run and
all
not
right,
let
give me legit 15 seconds, and I'm picking something. I got to pick.
you're
Oh,
looking
you know
it
what?
up, huh? You don't even
No,
know.
no, 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 no.
You don't
no,
know
no,
players,
no,
do
no,
you?
no. I want to take my coach,
That's fine.
Belichick. That's my
When
coach.
when does the season officially end for us? Like when is our playoffs?
I think.
That's true. It's the week 16 and 17.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that since there's 6 of us playing, I was thinking 4 of us make the playoffs, and then it'll be 2 weeks of playoffs.
Okay. That's fair. All right.
I don't know about seeding though. I guess just 1 through 4.
Yeah.
Unless you want to do 2 divisions of
I mean,
3.
that seems
I don't know.
pretty easy.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm not trying to make it complicated.
All right. Go ahead. This should be.
let's
this
keep
should
picking.
be.
I'm taking the Los Angeles Rams.
Whoa,
defense.
Whoa,
Oh, did I
sir.
skip everybody?
Yeah, you skipped
Oh,
the
man,
2
go
people
ahead,
that
go
aren't
ahead.
here.
Same thing.
I thought we hung up on you.
No.
I think Quan was just trying to set
I was
him up.
trying to
I
stop
think
you.
we hung up on you.
But you also said the Rams, so I was like, well, no one else was really coming for the Rams defense. So I was like, yeah, no one's really picking that team. So you're
Hey,
fine.
go. You know what?
No one's picking the Rams defense?
No, they gave up 90 points to the Chiefs last year. I will not touch their defense ever in
All
life.
right, who you got, Kareem?
Got like a pick 6 or something in there. They're all right. Or something. I will take Zach Ertz.
Ah, you greasy rat!
Whoa. Stop cussing.
I said greasy rat
Why gotta be green?
because you's
With my
greasy.
next
I
pick,
wear my way.
the assistant principal Adrian Peterson of Tyreek Hill Child Care Academy will be selecting will be selecting Matty Ice, Matt Ryan, for my quarterback.
Oh man,
Wow.
that's too
Matt
good.
Ryan.
That is too
Wow.
good. Oh my goodness.
Got it.
Matt and Julio down at the schoolyard.
Oh, little combo. Dave got a little combo there too. Nice.
All right. The
Wait,
reason
hold on,
I
how many
don't
receivers do we get?
what
Just one.
one.
Yeah,
Just
one of everything.
One of everything.
One of
Great.
everything.
And one cheerleader. The reason I don't play fantasy football is because I hate cheering against my team. So I got to pick somebody from my team.
Oh, here we go. God bless
but it's
it.
Kareem's pick right now, I believe.
Cream
No,
just picked
Cream
and then
just
Dave
picked.
picked. Quit
Cream
trying to give my
Who'd
pick
you
away.
pick?
Who, Kareem? Who did you pick again?
I already know who his pick is, so it doesn't really matter who I picked.
He picked Zach. He picked Zach
he
Ertz.
picked
I'm
Ertz.
sorry.
He picked Ertz. He
You
picked
go
Ertz.
ahead and do it, Quan. You go ahead and pick that man, Quan.
I'm picking George Kittle.
Of course, you freaking. I've got nothing. I've got nothing now. No, I've got
Cream, who's going to win the Super Bowl this year?
You know who's gonna win the Super Bowl? Jesus and them Niners. Boy, it's gonna be a celebration.
Niners.
That's solid. I can go
Wow.
that way.
Woo, I'm sorry. I'm looking at my team right now, and I won.
I can go. That
So,
way.
It's probably gonna be the Chiefs, though.
Todd, you want to buy me brunch today?
No.
Okay, I can go that way.
I mean, I will, but not today.
All right.
All right, Josh.
Since everyone wanted to, I waited too long on the tight end. Good job on that, Dave. You jumped ahead of it and stayed safe.
These are
I was not
back-to-back
there.
picks, Josh, to finish out your roster.
Well, also got
He only
coach.
needs one,
also
right?
got coach.
Oh,
No,
coach.
coach too.
Like I was saying.
I'm going to pick the team formerly known as the Washington Redskins would like to select Vance McDonald, tight end from Pittsburgh.
Well,
So with the coach, I feel
Yeah.
like with the coach we have to do something different, not just team wins, because now you're just picking who's going to win the most games in the NFL.
That's a very, very good job.
I got my coach.
I say that. I would
You
say
gotta-
why
you
even
gotta
pick a
get one.
coach then?
No.
do we all know who's gonna be the top 6 records in the NFL, or don't we? We don't know.
I do not know.
Yeah, we don't know that. Not at this point in the year.
I know, but we're picking a team. We're not picking a coach. So
Yeah.
Huh?
We got a team defense.
It's just a dumb
We're,
pick.
You got a
we're
team
picking
defense.
team
That's
defense,
fine.
and then I guess this is overall team.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
you're picking.
It's
You're picking
a
who you
different
think
kind of fantasy league.
Yeah.
It could be a tiebreaker. It
Yeah.
could be
quietly,
yeah.
because
It
like if
could-
somebody goes out and picks the Browns and they stink, that was a bad pick.
yeah.
Well,
Just
Thank
saying.
you for that.
Yeah, well,
analysis.
somebody
Well,
might
anyway.
somebody might pick the Browns
Anyway,
coach.
Yeah, he might. No, he already picked Belichick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He jumped ahead.
Yeah.
Uh,
I wasn't letting that one get away.
we will be picking. Let's see.
That's 10 wins.
I'll be picking Andy Reid and the Chiefs.
Andy Reid and the Chiefs, huh? Okay. All right.
So who's your defense?
Well, that would be 3 picks. So now it's back on Quan.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm picking the LA Rams defense.
That's already been taken, I believe, wasn't it?
No.
No, I
no.
know. I
He
fake
said
took
it.
it.
Oh, you faked it. I'm
I
sorry.
fake
He
took
said
it.
I'm sorry. You're right.
And he jumped the
I'm
gun.
sorry. I'm sorry.
So it's still out there.
Well, it's mine now.
And now there are so many other teams that are still out there for defense. I feel fine. I'll be the last pick to pick a defense, but it'll be all right.
It's fine. Dave.
I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I think that they actually have the potential to be pretty good.
49ers.
The Buffalo Bills defense.
Yay, Dave.
There you
Wow.
go. Good job, Dave. Wow, there's a lot of teams out there now.
Listen,
man.
there's two Jets games and there's 2 Dolphins games coming my way.
Very true. Very, very.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I don't know what that meant. Cream.
yeah, and hey, guess what? There's 2 Bills games coming their way.
Wow.
That's
You both
fair
make
enough.
such solid points.
Thank you.
Cream, who you got?
That got nothing to do with their defense. Defense is really good. I'll take Jacksonville's defense.
Who?
Jacksonville.
The Bills defense.
Okay.
Jacksonville. Jaguars, right?
Yes, Todd.
No, not the Jacksonville Jumbo Jacks. Yes.
The Jacksonville Jumbo Jacks. All right, Steve.
Taking the Ravens defense.
Damn, strong.
Oh, that's a good one too.
Yeah.
Well, I took 4 rounds. Anyway,
Decent.
All right.
Ray Lewis is not walking through that door, or his deer antler juice.
So back to me for my final 2 picks.
Yes, Todd.
I will pick. I gotta have at least one giant, and I need a tight end. So I'm gonna pick Evan Ingram.
That's a good pick.
That's a good one.
I just couldn't have two Giants on my team. I looked at them, but I was like, I can't do it.
And for my coach, I'm going to go with Sean McVay.
Sure.
That's a
Good
good
job. Good job.
That was my coach, Todd.
Well, now it's Todd's.
It's not yours.
Now it's Todd's.
And back to Steve.
I think what I got left. Tight end.
You tell us.
Zach-
You're right. You're writing down
Zach
your team.
Ertz. I already wrote him.
No,
I wrote him
Zach
all
Ertz
down.
has been gone.
He been
Bro, that was when I
What?
cursed out Kareem.
I
I
missed.
cursed Kareem about 3 rounds back.
You're the,
Kittle's.
you're the only one that hasn't taken a tight end, Steve.
All right.
Take
And there's
Kellen
nothing
Winslow
left.
Jr.
There's nothing left.
Kellen Winslow Jr.
No, Kittle's going right.
Kittle been gone. Kittle
I know.
was
I was sleeping.
Quan.
Kellen Winslow Senior.
Cook. Jerry Cook.
Jared Cook.
Jared Cook is
Give me
alive.
Jerry Cook.
Yep.
I would have taken Vance over him, but
No, it's
Kareem.
back to Kareem. Okay.
All right, so we're not taking a kicker, correct?
No.
And I only have one pick left, and it's a coach.
Yep.
where are we taking a kicker? Oh, well, it's too late.
That's what I said. but
It's
whatever.
really not.
Well, because,
we can throw another line item in there if you like.
I mean, kickers are a big deal.
All these stringent rules we have. Yeah, it's too late.
It's so late in the process. Everyone can throw their hands on me like, all right, I got such and such. Like, oh, all right. I guess that's
Sure, fine. Okay, well, I
Let's
gotta
take a
pick-
kicker. Let's put kicker in there.
Okay.
All right.
All right, throw it down. We're good. Everybody make
All right,
another
cool.
line.
Actually, we're taking 4 wide receivers,
No,
3 running
no,
backs.
no,
See, now he's into it. Now he's all into it.
That's where we're drawing the line. Nobody got time to be
All
watching.
right, well, since I need a Niner on my team, I will take Robbie Gold.
Hey!
Oh!
I will follow that up by taking Mr. Justin Tucker.
Ooh.
Stop taking better picks than me.
I will follow that up by taking Zerline.
Legatron?
First name Greg.
There are
My name is
still-
Greg. I'm calling Greg.
Against my better judgment, I'm gonna take the Redskins defense.
Oh my gosh, that's against everybody's better
Right.
judgment. That's against your worst judgment.
And
That's
you
all right.
you need a kicker.
And I need my kicker, so I get back to back, so it's fine. Give me 1 second. Let me pull my list back up here.
Okay.
Yeah. Kicker.
What is going on over there?
I'm gonna take.
Oh, my Lord.
Ain't that serious, Josh?
I'm gonna take Steven Gostkowski. No, I had to pull it up. Sorry, I don't have a full Rolodex of
You
all
literally could have
players.
just said it's name. We'd have figured it out.
What? I had to think about it.
You could have just said, Patriots kicker. We'd have been like, okay, gotcha.
How many coaches have been taken?
One.
Sean
Two.
McVay
Two.
and Bill Belichick
And
Andy
Reid. Yeah,
Oh, three.
Okay. I'm taking
Oh.
Sean Payton.
that was my other pick.
Damn,
Just in
you,
case.
you mother.
Just in case, that was my other pick.
Even with a small draft like this, we're still getting in front of each other on stuff.
You have
Yeah,
to.
yeah.
You still have
Crazy,
to.
right?
You know, I can't believe I'm about to hate this pick.
Kyle
but I
Shanahan.
think no,
It'll work.
I think there's a division that's just trash, and they got to win in it right now. I don't know if I can do it though. Ugh.
Like you told Josh, it's not that hard. Just make a pick.
No constipation.
You can do it, Daddy. Whatever you choose, we support it.
He's not a good coach. I can't do it. I don't know.
Adam Gase.
No, Lord, no.
Well, make your pick and then tell us which one you were wrestling with.
You're taking the Texans coach.
No.
Cowboys coach.
Ooh,
You know what?
God,
Give
that actually
me
not a bad pick. That could be a great.
because I
role
think they're going to
pick.
win their division.
Tomlin.
Well, you're
Screw it.
jumping right now.
I'm gonna take the risk. Bill O'Brien.
Texans coach.
Wow.
That's what I said, and then he said no.
That was what you were wrestling with too, Dave.
Yeah, I think he's terrible,
It's a good pick.
but I mean, I think they're a very solid bet to win their division.
I feel
Okay,
like Andy Reid can get me 10 wins.
That's why
I
picked
will
Belichick.
take, you know what? I always forget his name, so someone's got to help me out with it because I forget it every single time. But the Eagles coach.
Doug Peterson
Doug
was
Peterson.
almost who I took.
Peterson. Here we go.
Almost took him.
That's what I thought you were taking. I was like, well, he's gone.
Yeah, he didn't. Steve.
For my kicker, I would like to select Justin Tucker.
Justin Tucker's
Tucker's
gone.
already
That was
taken.
the first kicker
Take it by
taken.
me, Steve.
Who
Come
picked
on,
it? Gosh, dude.
Dave
Like, who the
did.
heck?
Right after we said kicker, that was the first kicker gone. Justin Tucker.
Wow.
Second. The number
Steve
one
might
was
be the
Robbie
worst
Gold.
fantasy player ever.
No, sorry.
This is why
Robbie
I
Gold
don't-
was
this is
first.
why I don't do
Robbie Gold
fantasy
was first.
football.
Sorry, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah, yeah.
Kareem was
Steve,
Robbie
there's
Gold.
literally 6 people in this league. There's 6 people. There's
6 people taking one person each.
Oh man.
There's 6 teams and 6 rounds. You're like,
Yeah, because I ain't tracking who y'all picking. All right. Give
well, that's
me.
kind of important.
Take the Rams kicker.
That's literally who I was about to take.
Well, I already took him.
Well, what the? Why you, man? Oh my gosh. Never mind.
I've literally not written anything down, and I
Yeah. Neither have I.
it's like 30 players, and 1/6 of them are coaches. Come on, man.
All right. Give. Kickers suck these days.
They do.
Anybody take the Saints kicker?
No.
I'll take
No.
him.
Take him.
Will.
What's his name?
Will Lutz.
Will it?
Okay.
Gosh, dude. Ain't nobody took the kicker.
Oh man.
I like my team.
That's why I don't do
Team's not
fantasy.
bad.
I love my team actually. All right, Todd. Final.
Yeah,
Close it out for us.
I need
like my team, so Todd gave you a receiver.
I need a kicker. I'm gonna pick. I don't know
Todd's got
why.
a good team.
I'm gonna pick Graham Gano, the Carolinas kicker.
Brandon, no.
Is it written
No
down
way
in
did
pin?
you do that.
Wait, shut up. So is everyone's hands raised on if Todd has to lock in this pick because he put it down in pin?
Yes.
Graham Gano is
Absolutely.
on IR. No,
Too bad.
pick another pick. Pick another pick.
Repick.
No repick. That's too bad.
No.
Oh no, that was a Peyton Manning for me all over again. It's like I
Yeah,
take
that
Peyton
was-
Manning. It was like, oh, Peyton will be back. It was like, neck.
All right.
Are we not voting on this?
Okay.
Because I vote that he's stuck with it.
Yeah.
Because you're the Death Star, Dave.
Yeah, you're the Death Star.
I'm sure Kareem will back me on this.
All right. I mean, listen. Let's take a vote.
Oh,
I mean,
Here's
I
the
would
thing,
love
though.
to.
We've
I would
already-
love to take myself to lunch or brunch.
Here's
you know?
the thing, though. We've already said that we can pick up free agents for help for injured players anyway. So
Yeah, so
Right.
he would just pick somebody else.
go ahead. Pick
It's
whoever
just
you
good
know.
How about
comedy
Detroit? How about Detroit's kicker Matt Prater?
There
Is
you
that
go.
okay?
Yeah, write them down.
wow.
That guy might be
Okay,
busy.
Mr. Attitude.
They kick a lot of kick. They kick a lot of field
Is
goals.
that okay?
They do kick a lot of field goals. That's not
All right.
bad.
So
Yuck.
let's.
do you want to give everyone's rosters off?
Yeah.
'Cause you were writing everybody's rosters down.
I
right?
got at least Dave and Kareem's. I was writing down because they're not here.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay. So we'll give our roster. We'll all go around and give our
Do
roster.
you want to start, Quan?
Go ahead, Todd.
All right. With myself or Dave or Kareem?
Well, Dave and Cream could say theirs.
They haven't written it down, but
Well, they
Okay.
know their
I
team.
remember.
all right.
I didn't think.
So
it-
Todd's team. I don't have a name yet.
Wow,
It's just
good
Team
job.
Todd.
Team
I'll,
Todd.
I'll call it Graham's Ganos. Okay,
Graham.
Wow.
Graham's nose.
because I messed that up.
Graham go nowhere. Hey, ooh.
Graham get no
All right.
leg.
So Patrick Mahomes, Le'Veon Bell, DeAndre Hopkins, Evan Ingram, Chicago Bears defense, Matt Prater kicker, and Sean McVay coach.
That is a good team. Todd did a good job. He has
Well,
no
except
reaches.
he picked a kicker that was
That's
dead.
hey, well, that's all right. He don't got no reaches on his team.
I mean, everyone's got a top guy, right?
I was
Yeah.
gonna take him a home first round. I was gonna take him first round. Then you guys on the caveat list me. I don't you bastards.
All right.
All right, Steve, what's your team?
Baker Mayfield QB, Todd Gurley running back.
Wait, say your quarterback again?
Baker Mayfield.
Okay.
Wait,
Just-
what's the name of your team? The Yolks. The
The
Yolks of the
Yoke
world.
Dogs.
That's
Yoke Dogs.
Yolks of the
That's
world.
totally fine. Whatever.
To punch the Asian lady in the face.
Team Yoke Dog.
Chongs.
Oh no.
Hey, Dave,
Chongs.
Dave, you would have been dying. I'm not sure if you were listening, Dave, but there was
I
an
was.
Asian lady that walked in the studio.
Oh my god.
I was.
Oh my!
Oh
Like
my-
Steve's face, the way he looked at this lady, like he wanted to kill her, was
no.
amazing.
No,
That
I was
didn't
super
happen.
confused.
It was more
We were all
confused than
confused.
like.
and I tried to like look away and not make eye contact because I
He-
didn't want this to be a topic of discussion
Well, we
today.
got to get this moving because I got to meet you over at the Rios.
Oh yeah, Steve.
All right, QB Baker Mayfield, running back Todd Gurley, wide receiver Odell Beckham, tight end Jared Cook, Ravens defense Will Lutz, kicker, and Belichick is the coach.
Pretty good.
Also a very good team.
Good team for
Take a
for
picture.
taking other
bad
people's
Would you guys
names.
mind taking a picture of your
All right, Chris.
Yeah, I'm about to
sheet?
take a
I'm going to collect them, and then I'm
and
going
then
to create
you're
a
gonna
spreadsheet.
create a spreadsheet.
Spreadsheet.
Spread them like
Cream.
Is it
helmets.
me?
Cream, what's your team name
Brett.
and what's your team?
I haven't figured out my team name yet. I'll figure out my team name in 1 minute, but I got to figure out who's on my. I'll make a team name out of my team players.
Okay, thanks.
But I got Deshaun Watson, Christian McCaffrey, Tyreek Hill, Zach Ertz, Jacksonville D, Robbie Gold, and Doug Peterson is my coach.
Everybody has good teams.
You better.
Yeah, Dave.
It's
Uh,
12 picks.
Tyreek Hill Child Care Center starts with Matt Ryan at QB,
That's a great name.
Alvin Kamara at running back, Julio at wide receiver, Travis Kelce's my tight end. The Bills defense, I have Justin Tucker, and the only thing that I have that I definitely don't like is Bill O'Brien as my coach.
Yeah, that's pretty terrible.
Still a good
Yeah.
team though. But yeah, the coach is a little suspect.
How we doing?
I get guaranteed 8 wins.
Yeah,
I
no,
think, but there's coaches that were guaranteed 10 wins.
yeah,
that you
we didn't
could've
have a
picked.
whole rack of coaches. out there.
Yeah. Who was there that was guaranteed 10 wins that I didn't pick?
Not really. Doug Peterson's the closest one.
What?
For me.
There's still other coaches
Everybody
out
else
there.
on.
Yeah,
10 win.
Kyle
No,
Shanahan.
no. You didn't say coaches. You said coaches guaranteed 10 wins. And you guys took the first 3. So
Yeah.
there's not
Kyle
really
Shanahan.
4 guys
Yeah.
guaranteed 10 wins.
Kyle Shanahan.
So
All
I
right.
think who else-
My team name is Make Brunch Great Again. And I have Aaron Rodgers, Zeke Elliott,
Oh. I know my team name.
Devontae Adams, George Kittle, the Rams defense, kicker Greg Zuerlein, and coach Sean Payton leading his team to the Super Bowl.
It's a good team.
That's a good team too.
I'm not going to lie.
There's
This
6 of us, and we're not picking depth. They're all good teams.
Yeah.
Well, it really just comes down to who has injuries. If anybody has injuries, and then you got to jump into the pool.
Steve has Baker Mayfield.
It all
I
comes
think there
down
are
to
there
that
are
I
a
have the-
team that's not that
Some
great.
people
Hey,
had Baker Mayfield
that-
like a top 10
That
quarterback.
could become a quiet sleeper pick.
I mean, that's kind of what I'm
That's why
hoping here.
he's
Is
up
that
there.
Wait.
But he
Wait,
picked
wait.
he picked
Oh,
up.
wait.
That's an Anthony
Baker
Bennett pick.
Baker Mayfield is a consensus fantasy top 5 quarterback.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
That's great.
Not a bad
A
pick.
fantasy
He's
quarterback.
All right.
not going to be good.
yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead, Josh.
Fantasy,
Well,
though?
we're doing fantasy football, so it's kind of
Yeah, exactly.
It's fantasy.
Exactly. Thank you.
All right.
It's Steve's fantasy is a white quarterback.
Oh God. All right.
Whoa! Wow! I don't even know where to start.
You started with Baker
I know
Mayfield.
where it ended.
With those shots fired, right in your back. The team formerly known as the Washington Redskins selected quarterback Tom Brady, running back Saquon Barkley, wide receiver Michael Thomas, tight end Vance McDonald. The Redskins defense.
Gosh.
Stephen Gukowski is at kicker and Andy Reid as the coach.
That sounds like a losing team.
Well, it is named after the Redskins, so it
A couple of those were suspects.
just well,
And you had the first pick. That's a little rough.
Barkley.
Barkley was a great
Yeah,
first pick.
enjoy those eight-man fronts. Enjoy them all day.
Not but he's also going to be catching a lot out of the backfield too. I'm just counting
Yeah,
the touches.
into an 8-man front.
I'm counting those touches. That's what I'm looking at.
Whoa.
All right, R. Kelly.
All right. Back in Gen Pop.
my team name might need to be Helping Hands.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Kareem, let me get your team name so I can get out of here so I can meet Quan over down the way.
You are on your phone.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm not able to take my mobile outside.
He doesn't have Bluetooth. He's on the
Okay,
landline. He's on the
I'm
landline.
sorry. That was wide open. I had to take it.
He's on
Joshua,
the,
would you like me for me to come for you?
Hey,
How
I was
it
just
always-
about to say,
he's on a Facebook
I
call.
was about to say, Josh, you
he's
gotta
on his
watch your
laptop.
back now, bro. You gotta watch your back, Josh.
That's all right. With Dave, I always have to watch. I'm always on guard with Dave. That's nothing new.
Hey, I mean, was that worth it?
And my And my team name will be Black QBs Matter. Thank you for that, Steve.
Wow.
Black QBs matter.
Honestly, no, I don't really like that name. I feel like all quarterbacks matter. Green I'm offended.
You don't say that because I said Black quarterback Matter.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
Wow.
All right, you ready to shut it down?
That's it.
That's it. That's the end of the
That's
show.
it. We appreciate you guys for doing fantasy football with us via satellite.
Hey.
And I'll see you. I'll see you there, Dave. Josh is not coming because he has a Rip Jean date coming up.
Oh God.
You?
Oh,
Legs.
Lord.
No legs. Legs. My legs are.
Sew
killing
them jeans up.
me. Sew them jeans.
All right, we're out. Make sure you guys share the show. Download the Guerilla Cross app. It's free. We got live shows every day of the week. So make sure you check it out. We got new shows starting this month and next month. We have a lot of new sports shows, a couple more hip-hop shows. So make sure you check it out. Guerilla Cross on all social media. Todd, thanks for coming through.
Thank
Hope
you.
to see you again before the football
Take
season
care.
ends. And take care, everybody.